And live.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Vaccine Game, where we're going to the virtual world today, which is exciting. Last session was Henshin Day, which was super exciting, and we had a special announcement where our guest player, Soul, played by Vex, who's in a bunch of our other stuff, basically went on live television, announced that, hey, she's not dead, and also she's a reality star in Neo Red Me that's since moved away, and didn't die, and is back and told the anarchist to shove it, and also her home address in Del Diablo, because that was smart. She also took a letter from Daiyo to deliver to Tomo, having shown the video of Tomo and Daiyo recognizing her.
Yeah.
Soul had gone to after Henshin Day, after her announcement, Soul went to have her eye surgery to have her janky, extremely cheaply replaced cyber eyes replaced with new ones after she got blinded by the atomic burners. And Sammi went with her. So we pick up with you guys basically waiting in the lobby outside or in Henshin Command, and sort of waiting around. And I believe you guys had left the room to give Soul and Sammi some privacy.
So who was that again? It's like, no, like Crypto only met them in like passing the one time, like, hey, heal them, heal him, heal her, heal them. And who? Oh, okay. And then never really got a real introduction. So like, who is that? Seemed kind of important, I guess. That was Passion. She might have been like super popular a few years ago, and everyone thought she died. She didn't die.
And
She's
now
going by
she
the
may
name
be
Solitude now, I think.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Pension stuff.
Sammy's girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh.
A delight.
Okay.
While you guys are discussing this, you do get a text, which I just sent to the Discord, if anybody wants to read it, but I don't know if anybody's Discord is working, because...
Hey, pal. Hey, pals. Soul is going surgery right now, and I heard that it can be very painful. So I'm going to stay with her and make sure she is okay. I love you guys. Please stay safe in virtual. I'll be there soon as she is in tip-top shape. XOXO, Sammi Sunshine.
Sammi Sunshine is the cutest fucking nickname I've ever heard in my life.
And so it shall.
You guys had arranged with the professor that after pretty much the majority of Henshin Day had ended, he said that by that evening he would have the machine ready to send you guys to the virtual world.
Okay.
So you're pretty sure it should be done at any point right now. You haven't really gotten a message from him or anything, but he told you that it would be done around now. What do you want to do?
Have any of you ever been to the virtual world?
Simon's going to put his hand up to his mouth like he's trying really hard not to just kind of be rude about his laughter. And then after a moment, composing himself.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
I have spent many an hour diving the virtual. Used to be one of my favorite pastimes back in college. Been a minute, though, since I've indulged. So why? Do you know someplace?
I used to play Axe Craft in line on there all the time. I used to go around dual-wielding weapons, and everyone thought it was such a big deal. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I've been living on the streets for a few years, so I'm kind of behind on stuff.
Oh, you'll love it. It's delightful.
It has streets too.
Yeah,
If anything, it is even stranger than the world that we currently inhabit.
I prefer to hunt things that bleed, so I don't know much about that. So, you experts, do you think we need something before we go?
Yes, we should bring the guitar.
Callie, your face.
Weren't we gonna send that back?
Back where?
To its rightful owner. The
demons?
No, the band. At least you said, yeah, we'll bring it right back.
Yeah, they did pay for it after all. And I mean, I still care about some of them.
We were just gonna like keep an eye on it to see if it was still funky.
We can
For what it's worth, it's been like 2 days.
We can shake out the funk when we're in there, and then the funk stays there, and we leave.
You want to trap a demon in the virtual world?
I mean,
no.
I think at that point it becomes a daemon.
Fuck off.
That sounds a little too chaotic.
So what you guys know of the virtual world, Simon more so, is the virtual world is sort of a jumbled web of created worlds or akin to demiplanes made by mages and simulation specialists and VR designers, all sort of jumbled together. There's not a ton cohesiveness. A lot of times you'll continue walking in a straight line, and instead of the landscape changing gradually, it's as if you entered another room, but there's no door, and it's a completely different area.
It looks a lot more like my background.
It depends. It looks like that sometimes. A lot of times that's what people see when they first go in, the sort of like loading room, as you will. But it can look like anything. It can look like distant worlds. It can look like different planes. It can look like a big empty white expanse one time that Simon saw when he was really high, and it was a very unpleasant experience.
Oh.
I mean, it was there
but
that
you've seen
my coach had us do training.
So meta-wise, pretty much anything you can imagine exists in the virtual world. Any video game that exists in real life is depicted in the virtual world in exquisite, realistic, tactile form.
I'm scared.
Oh, Ancient Pamphlets 5 is on there in like 20 different forms.
What?
What do you think?
Just wait until
Cloud
you see
trim?
the full. Wait until you see the full 3D movie reviews of Ebert and the Roper at the movies. God, does nobody remember the fucking Roper from like classic D&D? Did that joke just go everybody's head?
I remembered it.
The Roper?
Yeah. You don't remember the Roper?
Wait, you don't remember the Roper? That was like 3.5.
No, I know what a Roper is.
Oh.
I don't remember it from the cartoon. I never really watched the cartoon.
No. I was saying it. Ebert and Roper at the movies was the fucking 80s, movie review thing.
Oh.
But, sorry, Lluis wouldn't be expected to know that. That was an American cultural reference. I apologize, audience.
The only
it
D&D
was a
show
little
thing,
obscure, my man.
The only D&D show thing I kind of know about is like there was a beholder that literally didn't do anything, it just deflated.
Yeah. That movie is super fun. It's really bad, but it's super fun.
All right. Well.
So let's go.
Maybe we'll see that guy from those action movies, like George Candle, runs around with a pistol and kicks butt. Assassin.
Give me a second. I'm sorting cities because I have 2 massive city docs in this binder that I have.
Who knows? We might see my cousin / brother there. I mean, he just got that new battle game. He finally checked his mail.
So you guys head back to the lab.
Oh, hey, we're here. It's almost like my awkward comments to random, really vague references got us here. Ah.
When you walk into the typically the lab is, although the professor's like office is just a disaster of paper and newspaper clippings and screens that are left on all the time, the lab is usually pretty stark. It's kept clean. It's very sleek, like white everything. It is a jumbled mess of these black leather chairs that look like they belong in a salon or a dentist's office, wires going everywhere, the whirring of like venting fans and computer screens all over the place. And it is very clearly pieced together in about 48 hours. When you walk in, the professor is sort of typing away at his computer, not really paying attention to you. Oh, hey, be there in a second. Give me still working on the programming. Yeah. And he points you over, and you see Ruby is crouched behind one of the chairs with her sleeves rolled up, currently working on tightening the wires to some of the chairs.
Do you need any help?
She's like, yeah, give me that, I don't know what that was. It really fucked me up for a second because my screen is still lit up like I'm talking. She asked for some specific tool that I don't know the name of because I don't know tools, especially fantasy ones.
A jury-mawig.
There you go, that one.
A flux welder.
He'll go and grab the one she pointed at, I guess. And it word.
She finishes up pretty quickly, and she sits back, and you're used to seeing Ruby's usually very well dressed, very neat, like black suit, white shirt, neat hair. She's looks like a grease monkey. She's covered in grease. She looks like she probably hasn't slept very well the night before. She sort of is like, I think it's done, Professor, if they're ready. And he sort of spins around and he says, okay, Sammi, there's a no Sammi. Okay, all right. That's all right. Hi, you're here. Great. Everything's ready.
I'm all warmed up from the steps.
You took the steps? Why did you take the steps?
I did for the last 20 floors.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I forget that, yeah. You get used to the cardio. So first things first. So we're...
Simon's going to lean over to Lyra and whisper in her ear. He says, I bet he's got an express elevator.
Nah. No. He definitely walks.
Extremely elderly guy, the big poof of white hair, very like Shepherd Book, Einstein sort of guy.
He gets up from behind the desk, and his like leg calves are as thick as his torso.
Yeah, you can't see. He always wears like long sleeves and long pants and the lab coat.
Dragon Ball Z legs.
Is he got like proportions like a One Piece character?
He looks like an old man.
Well, yeah, One Piece, they're all really thin. Well, not all of them. Whatever. Anyway.
No, they just have really weird, like, they all have different weird bulges in weird places. Like
Popeye characters.
Yeah, it'll be a very, 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 very Popeye looking character.
Wording definitely needed for that. But I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Anyway, so.
I thought that too. So he says, okay, so first things first. So we're sending your minds or souls or astral self, whatever, to the virtual world. But the mind can't exist without a body. So there are safeties in place that prevent any accidental unplugging, but I am just obligated to tell you this sort of stuff ahead of time, warning of the dangers, I guess. You see behind him, Ruby's just like rolling her eyes and rubbing her face. Just like, we'll be here the whole time. I'll be watching you the whole time to make sure that you guys are completely safe. Professor sort of spins around. So your magic, your abilities, your gear, your whatever, it's all a manifestation of your mind in the virtual world. So you should have all of the same stuff while you're there. But your physical constitution will be a little lesser while you're there, because the machine is designed to safely pull you back, pull your mind back here before you take any fatal amounts of damage. Just, so you know. So you can't die in the virtual world, at least not the way you guys are going in. If you go in the other ways, well, then you can totally die that way.
Wait, no.
But you're not doing that.
Oh, so you got... interesting. Well, you can plug me in. Here you go. And I just give him my head. There's like a port. There's like a matrix jack in the back of the skull.
He's like, no, we need your whole body. I know it's weird. The rest of you guys, I apologize if you're not used to them, but the rest of you guys are going to have the needles. But for Bark, we had to, make improvisements.
What do you mean?
Yours is more of a an electronic lasso that sort of just like tethers itself to the makeup of your skeletal being.
Oh, well, my coach, he just plugged in all of our skulls into this computer. How we used to do it anyway.
I didn't know that. You should give me your coach's number so that I can ask him how to do that ahead of time, because I'm not gonna lie, that took like 30% of this whole setup.
And sent Archmage Billy Jackson.
Actually, DM me that, because I always forget to write it down.
Okay.
And he says, yes. Just so you know, there is a chance that you might meet people. Okay, you are gonna meet people there. Like, there are people all over the place. But
like you got local singles or something like that kind of thing.
I mean, it's a whole nother world, my man. Like, there are virtual cities in there.
Local singles in your area.
Yeah.
Also that. Like, yeah, that's definitely a place. There are a lot of virtual clubs that I've been to in my time. Anyway, while you're there.
Sorry.
Regarding any folks that...
Hi, miss. Here's like 20 Bitcoin. You care for a drink, my lady?
You have such a low impression of his charisma.
You said he's like a frail old man. I mean, come on. That's more appearance.
He said back in his day. Your charisma doesn't go down as you get older.
Used to.
No, it used to go fucking up, my man. Your mental stats went up. Your physical scores went down. It was weird. You got better at seeing and hearing as you got older.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think Barkley is past that point.
While you're there, please call me the programmer instead of the professor. While there, I have something of a reputation to maintain. Also, keep an eye out for the Knights the Knights Virtual. They're real helpful. They make great guides. If you run into any, they might get you out of a bind.
Oh, that reminds me. Everybody, I already got like a profile, so here's my name. and Barkley just sends everybody a message.
Do we need a profile to get in there?
It's easy to set up. I think. Right? I don't know.
Well, Kevin's game just started. My internet connection is unstable.
That's a great sign for us going into the internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You can have a profile if I'm gonna go check that. My dog is barking at the back door.
So yeah, interesting thing. I got the name Cool Dude 20XX because then he just goes into this big monologue about stuff that really doesn't matter, but it essentially is just him gloating about it.
Does it hurt? The whole like getting plugged in?
No, it's fine. While Bark is trying to continue on with his monologue, Simon's just going to climb over and part the hair behind his
and
bun
afros,
there and
they're
spike himself.
Pretty cool, so and I'm a dude, so I like to think of myself as a dude. I'm kind of androgynous, but so just afros are cool, and I go by dude. So cool dude, and then 20XX, and then that's when we go back. As you all are just like hitting your heads against the wall or something.
So he tells you, if you have a user name set up or an avatar set up, you can, it's easier to change your appearance in the virtual world. As I said, while you're in the virtual world, it's kind of like a spiritual experience, I guess, or whatever. But you can change the data or the makeup of what you look like while you're in there pretty much at will. So have fun.
So you're saying we can cast disguise self at will?
Oh, what?
Yeah, sweet.
I don't know magic. I know tech, my man.
Okay, I'm not really sure what any of that really means, but let's.
Or I can do this, and I cast quick mask, and I make my face look like his face. Or this, and I make it look like Daiyo, and or this, and I look like Lyra.
I'm gonna regret that.
Why are we doing this again?
I make my face look like Daiyo, and then I use minor illusion on my voice, and I say, "I'm going to regret that."
Okay, stop.
Sorry.
Does it move?
Or no, like every face I do is just like some reference to some 80s movie. Like one's just Freddy, the next one's like, well, They Live is an 80s. Like They Live.
You guys were headed to the virtual world because you were pretty certain that the source of whoever it was that sent that video to everywhere all over the world at the same time had to be connected to the virtual world, like physically in the virtual world.
That's right.
So
because
you were following up on leads of who the hell is working with the anarchist.
That's right, because it showed up on the professor programmers, and his is a private network.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Professor, did you say that you don't know magic?
I don't know magic.
Would we be able to take magic things in there?
Yeah, you can take magic shit in there. That's fine.
Oh, sweet.
But I swear that when we met, when you interviewed me, you said something. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Are you sure though?
You're not crazy. You see Ruby rolling her eyes behind him.
Barkley goes,
he's like, anyway, so are you guys ready to go in?
All great people are a little crazy. And you swear he would wiggle an eyebrow if he had.
He's just staring at you.
Doesn't he have like big furry eyebrows though? In the art?
No, he does not.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay.
Those are eye sockets, and he's just got tiny little cyan colored glows. Eye socket. He doesn't even have eyes.
You need some big Willy Willy style brows, like just glued on somehow.
I get the classic, like the big nose and mustache glasses thing.
There you go.
So who wants to go first?
Well, while Bark was
Barkley's walking up.
monologuing about his history, Simon's already jacked himself in, so he's
Whoa, calm
sitting
down
on
there.
the
Calm down there,
table, just
Stuart.
The way that this one is set up, it's not so like the ones that Simon remembers were built over time and they were used by a lot of people. This one was kind of thrown together all at once, so it's a lot more involved. As soon as you sit down, Ruby starts going in. She's like, okay, this is gonna sting. She like does the alcohol swab, and there are 2 needles in each arm that have to go in, and then the one in the back of your head.
Simon, I thought you said this wasn't going to hurt.
well,
No,
clearly there's
fine.
been
You're
some
gonna get
advances in the technology since I was in.
Anesthetic.
They don't have the cranial ports either, so they would just have the other way, right?
Yeah, they've got to go the more what do you say, biological way.
Go on, we fought a spider zombie with side claws. We can handle 3 needles.
Wait, weren't we? Wait, wasn't our training there?
Yeah, partially. That was.
Yeah, it didn't hurt then. It didn't hurt then, Crypto. Well, I mean, the stuff in there did, but going in there did. Remember when we first started and there was that crazy, like, not boob lady that had, like, a portal on her face?
Not boob lady.
Thanks
the
for
one we
reminding
had to
me.
censor for this Twitch. For that one, that was more of a X-Men Danger Room. So you weren't actually in the virtual world. It was like the virtual world brought to you.
It's a holodeck.
Brought to you.
That one was, yeah, basically. It's like the X-Men Danger Room or the holodeck. It's a room that makes it all. This one, you're basically going to a different plane. And when I say basically, I mean you are. So,
Simon. Simon's avatar.
In,
since you've been there before, Simon would have an avatar.
Mm-hmm.
He would, yes.
Is it a laser dragonborn?
It's sure shit isn't.
Oh.
It's all polygonal because it's been a while.
Yeah, he's a bit low res at first.
It's N64 graphic.
Oh.
So Simon, you get plugged in and you've done this before. Like there is the little tiny bit of the sting of the needle, but yeah. You sort of close your eyes and relax, and in what feels like an instant, you go from sitting down to that was fucking beautiful, my man. Like that was fantastic. You go from sitting to standing up, and you look down and you're standing on solid ground, looks like a sort of sandy soil underneath you, and you hear this just mechanical grinding above you, and the grinding of like metal on rock, and you look up and sort of shield your eyes as the bits of like rock and pebbles and sand rain down, and you look up. You're standing in a canyon, and there are 3 rotating metal rings above you that are sort of rotating and glowing.
Well,
do you want to describe what Simon looks like here when his friends arrive?
Yes. So Simon in this new guys is in the appearance of an old style plague doctor. He has a kind of a long cassock style coat with a red cincture, and in place of where normally a bishop's cross would be, he has the symbol of power. His plague doctor mask is actually, Crypto, you had that correct, is actually polygonal. Kind of has some hard triangular planes to it, with slightly opaque lenses, but he has a habit of turning them into the light, so whenever he wants to make a dramatic appearance, they flash that, Gendo style. And his broad-brimmed hat has an Io moth pin on the headband, which is his. It's the equivalent of his little item of disguise that he had in the real world. But it's also a tech joke.
So, who's the next one? Bark, when you get sort of plugged in, instead of having the needles where it would attach to the wires, there's this little jolt of energy, and what looks like a tiny little band of lightning wraps around your arm, and you actually feel it start to like sink into the bone. And you guys actually watching, he gets really bright and glittery because he is currently filled with a little tiny bit of electricity.
Pretty.
As soon as he goes in, Ruby's just like, I was not expecting that, Professor. Okay.
Can we throw like a blanket on him?
Sure. She goes over and actually pulls out like a one of those like hypothermia silver blankets and just throws it over him. And for like a half a second, it makes it so much worse. And then he's covered.
You know, this
I imagine if you lift it up, it looks like
it's a disco.
A disco inside.
That's what happened right before he got covered. So what does Bark look like when he arrives in this canyon with the rotating
He probably
rings?
looks like default character. It just looks like that, minus the disc.
Nice. Next up.
I'll go.
It's not painful, Daiyo, but you can certainly feel it. It's that sort of like when you're at the dentist and you're like, I don't feel it because I'm numb, but also I know it's there. And as soon as you're like wincing and trying to like almost wiggle to be uncomfortable, you realize you're not restrained by the needles or the wires of the chair anymore. And you're standing in a canyon looking at two fucking weirdos who you don't recognize, but you're assuming are Bark and Simon.
Oh.
So
Hi,
what does
guys.
Daiyo look like here? Just Daiyo, or?
So she looks like Daiyo, but in a classical Japanese schoolgirl uniform
Yeah.
with a kaijo backpack, plushy backpack.
I love her.
Oh, please draw this later.
You
Please draw this
you
later.
have three diagonal pink lines underneath each eye.
Yeah, she wears like neon war paint,
Hell yeah.
Nice.
and her gun is now just a katana that she still uses like a gun, but it's
She shoots the katana.
Out of the blade shoots a little tiny katanas.
That is the most ridiculous like World of Warcraft mod shit, and it's so perfectly fitting. Who's up next?
Lyra's going last. So
We needed VR chat for this.
No. Crypto's going last.
no.
I insist.
All right, roll initiative.
We'll
All
fight
right,
for this.
Professor like spins in his chairs and he's like, okay, both at the same time, let's go. And he starts like herding Crypto into the chair.
Are we sure this is necessary?
I mean, do you want to go with them?
I mean, do we have to go in there to find the information we need?
I mean, kind of. The person you're looking for is there.
Okay, let's get this over with, I guess.
I think the funniest thing about this is that Crypto's mom is a doctor. So he's like,
He knows. Comes home, is like, oh my god, I've been teaching these new nurses and they keep missing the veins. They're like bruised. These patients are bruised beyond belief. One of them almost bled out because they hit like an artery.
Okay, no.
I love so much that his mom has a southern accent.
He's just sitting there like 3 years old, like, what?
Oh, I think the saddest thing is that I can 100% picture perfect crystal clear that puppy yelp of when the dog goes to the vet and has to get a vaccine.
Yeah.
I was just imagining baby crypto puppy like staring up at his mother, and then she goes into this, and his eyes get really big, and his ears droop.
Nope, just straight back. Just.
Do not want.
It'll only hurt for a sec. It'll only hurt for a sec. It goes like slowly transitions to the professor. It'll only hurt for a sec.
But the memory lasts forever. All right, let's do this thing, I guess.
Lyra, Ruby is much more gentle, guiding you to the chair.
Professor, when we get back, I need to talk to you.
Okay. I mean, I want to talk to you guys when you get back anyway, because I just like talking to you guys. Also, it's gonna be cool. Like, you have to tell me when you find this guy, because I'm really. And then as he's talking, the needles go in and you wince.
Ah!
And in a second, you open your eyes and you're looking at Daiyo in a schoolgirl uniform and two people that you don't recognize, but you're gonna assume are the other half of your friends.
And little did Lyra not know they were never coming back.
All right, no.
So what does Lyra look like in the virtual world?
Lyra has short hair, and they're like highlighted at the bottom with like blue, and her skin is like glowing more than it regularly does because she's got those sparkly freckles around her, and she's wearing what I sent in the Discord, which is just like this weird dress that's like aluminum, and at the bottom it's like the skirt is like.
I love this. I'm putting it up.
This is the best thing I've ever seen. Holy shit, guys!
Okay, she beat me to it.
I love it. Goddamn.
I like how what's in the background there. Like, what's on those hangers over there?
Who knows?
Who knows?
More wires.
Yeah.
I found it on Pinterest. Do not judge me. No kink shaming here.
No, it's just Daiyo's wardrobe behind her. No big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So what does crypto look like here?
I hadn't even thought about it until like we just talked about it. So I'm thinking
like,
it's kind of.
Oh, sorry.
No. I want to hear now.
Okay. I don't know if any of you've seen Excel World, because anime loves to do this kind of shit where they throw you in.
Oh, I've seen Excel World.
The guy makes himself, his avatar is like this like foot tall pig. It's like sitting on 2 feet. I like to think crypto is like a tiny little kitten. Like Emperor's New Groove cat, but sitting on 2 feet.
Aasimar?
Yeah, but sitting on 2 feet. God. No, think how awesome it would be, because then you like De-Frag strike, and everyone's like, "Ha, what are you gonna do, little kitten?" And you just freaking wreck them.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that has more comedic value than I thought.
At some point, that is the funniest shit I've ever heard of in my life. Like, that's a thing that exists somewhere in Del Diablo now. There's some chipmunk De-Fragger that will wreck your fucking shit.
That is.
I love it.
Slightly funnier. I guess much funnier than what I had. I was just gonna go like basic.
But this is what crypto would think of, especially because crypto really hadn't had a chance to think about it. He's had 5 minutes to come up with this, and most of those 5 minutes he spent stressing about needles. So what does crypto come up with?
Oh God, he's made of needles.
He's Edward Needlehands.
He looks like Coraline's mom.
Oh no, he's other mother.
He's other mother.
He's other brother.
And are you gonna have like Freddy claws, but they're needles?
No. Okay.
You mean like the scarecrow?
Yeah.
Let's just go with. He looks like I think it's Fenry from Mega Man 04.
Ooh, okay.
He's one of the bosses you fight. He's a Robo Wolf. Just go with that.
Nice.
Why deviate? Let me. From the norm. Let me go ahead and save that and share that into the Discord just so we can say so.
I was about to say Fenry's probably a wolf-looking dude, and I went to look him up. Not disappointed. He looks really awesome.
He's honestly my favorite boss out of that
Holy
game.
shit!
Yeah, he looks cool. No pun intended. He has icicle arm.
Yeah. So my favorite ability in that game too.
That's
So maybe it's like a childhood thing. The few free times he got to play video games, he played Mega Man-esque something. Let's go. What's a good other name for that?
Boulder Man, because he's supposed to be rock.
There you go.
There we go.
Have some fun.
Actually, wait. There might actually be a Boulder Man. Is there Boulder Man?
Probably.
Now what? Anyway.
Let's go with that.
So
The Boulder.
you guys are standing in this canyon, and as you guys, as the last of you appear, those grinding rings slow to a stop.
Oh, can I retcon my avatar? Sorry.
Go for it.
You see a tiny little, very thin-looking frog humanoid. They got grayish-green like skin, and they got this crazy-looking wooden staff with like a rainbow smoke coming up.
Wait a minute.
All right, guys, let's go.
Wow, how'd you decide that?
Oh no, it was just I hit random. None of you guys got that. I just hit random. And it said
That's
like
what
race.
gets you, kitty.
It said like
That's what
race
gets you, crypto
trash,
kitty.
class trash, equipment trash.
That's apparently what gets you, crypto kitty, the randomizer.
Crypto
Apparently.
kitty. That should be a currency.
Oh wow, yeah.
I feel like if there's like a default skin for like this is your normal skin and you have your secondary outfit, Crypto Kitty is gonna be that.
Can we just make that canon instead of gold coins and crypto kitties?
Oh.
It is now. I wrote it down. I can guarantee you by 10 o'clock tonight, I'm gonna have no idea what the fuck crypto kitty means.
You're like, wait,
I
I
love
thought
fake notes.
crypto wasn't a cat. What?
Yeah, so you guys are standing in this canyon. You can see that it stretches maybe about 600 feet or so in the one direction. The other direction is maybe about 100 or so feet, and then it curves. And as the little bits of sand and pebbles and rubble start to descend and settle, it grows very quiet here.
Okay. Noobs minus Simon. Simon and I will do the talking. Don't worry. If anyone asks you anything, just say you're mad, bro, and they usually just ignore you and stop talking.
Maybe you should let me do the talking.
Okay.
But no one we kill here dies, really, right?
No, but they might try to grief your server.
Depends on how they're here. Simon would know. There are 3 ways to be here. There's the way that you came, which is the sort of middle way, which means that you are mostly physical, but at least through most setups, you can't die here. When you die, you are yanked by your tether back to your body in the real world. And you have to rest again before you can go back in, just because it's so taxing on the body. The second safer way, which is the way that most of you that have had any experience with this have done, is VR sets. It's pretty much exactly like how it is in real life. It's a completely, like, it feels completely sensory, but you're not really there. So you can't take any real damage, but you also can't do much damage unless you're in a area that is designed for that, basically in a video game. The third way is to go through portals. They're hard to find. They're very dangerous because when you go in through a portal, if you die, you die.
There's cake on the other side.
There is cake on the other side. You're also because you don't get yanked back before you take that mortal damage, you can sustain a little bit more of a beating. also, there are certain areas that are pretty much only accessible via portals. But yeah, that's basically what Simon is telling you while you guys are deciding which way you want to go. What do you want to do?
Let's go that way. I point in a random direction.
Yeah, maybe it's the only thing we really can do. We don't know where to go, so.
Oh, what the heck is this? And I'm like holding this staff. I just toss it aside. And I do my Holoknight thing and I summon Julie. Let's go. One's red and one's blue.
I will say, let's see, there are 5 of you.
Okay, the biggest thing we got to worry about. Anyone have anything that can do fire? Because there's a lot of trolls.
I can do fire.
Lyra's phone pings, and you realize that it is a email from the professor, and you're sort of like, okay, where the hell is my phone in this outfit?
It's in my bra.
And it looks like when you pull it out, it has like a program that's already running on it, which is weird because you've never seen this program before. It basically looks like a sonar, and you see a little message pop up and says, when you get close to the signal, it'll go like this, and it looks like a tutorial sort of thing, and it shows a blip getting closer and closer, and vanishes, and then just a little heart emoji and programmer.
Show it to everybody.
Wait, you have your phone?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you imagine you have your phone?
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I don't think this avatar has pockets.
Maybe you can split your phone.
Hmm. Nat 1. Does that work?
Are you
What?
genuinely trying to summon your phone?
Yeah.
You summon your phone.
With a Nat 1 con save?
It's not.
Or whatever save
It's
that would
not.
be trying to throw up.
It's not a.
It misses your hand. Just
Yeah, it's not like a. If you have it, you have full access to it. It's effectively having like a video game inventory. If you want something more than that, then you might have to start rolling like I guess it would be intelligence checks in here. But anything that you have on your person, you have full access to, and you can make yourself look like anything as long as it is a purely visual thing.
Oh, that's right. Here. I hand Lyra a guitar.
I don't want this. Why would you do this to me?
why did you bring that along?
Well, it's like a super powerful magic item, right? And you use magic through music. And this isn't
Yeah,
the real. And this isn't the real version. It's the virtual version. That's why
Just
I brought
you.
it.
So now there's a ghost in the machine. That's great. That's fine.
I believe it's in a shell of some kind. Wow, I'm just getting pummeled by the pun police who's showing up and beating me with a baton. Like, stop it.
As you guys are walking and arguing over the guitar, what does the guitar look like, by the way? Bart, does it look like exactly like it normally does, or do you make it look differently?
It looks exactly like it
Nice.
normally does.
Okay.
I
You
would
guys.
venture to guess that maybe if they hadn't plugged in, did they plug it in? The guitar?
Usually,
How
yes.
is the soul going to get in?
It's a virtual soul.
Aren't we all
This will be
virtual
a
souls?
fascinating experiment.
If we try to dream
Simon
here, do we
actually
dream
looks
of
very-
electric sheep?
Yes. Simon looks very interested in seeing how this whole guitar drama is going to turn out.
Okay, here you go.
I didn't say I wanted to hold it. I just said I was interested to see where it was going.
Oh. He just casually
Observe.
tosses it and it dissipates.
Observe from a safe distance.
Indeed.
Okay, I resummon it and it looks like a guitar-sized automaton. Here you go.
Oh, please bring out the automaton.
It's packed. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Okay.
As you guys are walking, Simon and Daiyo, you both hear the sound similar to like that little bits of rubble moving. It's rock on rock. You see, it sounds like something is above you on the canyon wall, just out of sight, running really fast. As you're sort of walking, you realize that's the sound of hooves, like a lot of them, probably big.
Simon's going to stop dead, and he's going to hold out one arm to the side.
Oh no, it's the Huns.
And he's going to look to Daiyo and point up in the cliff face.
What is it? Is it trolls?
Stealth saves, everybody, or stealth checks, not saves. What is that?
Oh no, something's gonna stealth me. I better save. You're fine. I'm just in a. Or Glee turns into a troll. Let's see.
Holy shit, that's hard to read. Okay. All right. So my stealth roll was a. Okay, so 15.
Okay.
19.
Natural 1.
Nice.
This just in, the Heisenberg dice are very hard to read.
Noted.
Crypto stealth.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I don't know why I even bothered looking. I knew it was a 0.
Right.
That's a 9, not a 6. That's a 9.
Lyra stealth.
19.
Nice. Okay.
Want the guitar? Just playing for the stealth.
You guys all sort of stop, and Crypto sort of like, as he's walking, the weird like metal blade things like scrape against the wall, and you guys all freeze, and Daiyo goes, but all of you stop moving, wait a moment, and it seems like the sound passes.
All right, and he'll resume walking, but a bit more cautiously this time.
I'm gonna put these damn things away.
Those dice.
No, not the dice. The arm blades. Trying to look for a button or something like that.
You just take off your own arm. There we go.
Just try and shrug in.
Shrug. Okay. And he like turns into like the little pixel sprite version.
Too much. Do less.
What do you mean? Do less.
You shrug too hard.
Oh, that looks fun.
I haven't given these out forever. Inspiration point. That was fucking great.
That looks fun. Let me try. And he tries to make his avatar also like pixelated and small.
What have I done?
Oh
man.
I don't know why, but I can't stop moving when I'm in this form. It's weird. Like even when I'm standing still, I'm popping up.
Well, you're looking very sprightly, so that's probably why.
I hate you all, and I love it so much.
Sparkly voice. Mickey Mouse voice.
What happened?
Let's go with, and it's gonna like pop back, but maybe more RoboCop-ish.
Sparkly.
How about let's shoot for like a balance between like
Sparkly.
RoboCop and base the Forte the dog from Mega Man and Base.
Okay. Yeah, just somewhere in there.
Oh, what the heck? Now I'm a tiny
more
blue
humanoid-esque.
gnome. You just see this tiny blue gnome with a white beard and white pants and a white hat. It's like all.
That's something. That's certainly something.
So you guys continue walking, probably every like 5 minutes or so, just shifting in and out of those weird forms, because that's the funniest thing I've heard all week.
I can't focus in this world.
Okay. I might have to do sprite art of everybody after this now. Just
I am one with the sprite is one with me. I am one with the sprite is one with me.
it's really too bad that Sprite the Soda doesn't have a catchy
I don't think you guys
slogan.
have ever actually heard my wheeze laugh, but you guys got really close.
Ooh. Okay, Crypto, follow my lead. And I turn into a blue knight, and instead of and I got a sword, but the sword blade is a shovel. And I go, hello!
Hello!
Dagger.
Oh god, Cat, I'll stop. You sound like you're about to die.
Whoops, death approaches.
Better skedaddle.
Turn into a turnip. Wow, that's a massive pile of turnips I've turned into.
So you guys continue walking.
Oh no, I'm a meme. I mean, yay, I'm a meme.
For about 30 minutes or so. And realize that it so like the area that you're in, it's not necessarily hot. Like it's clearly meant to depict a desert, but it's not really any different than room temperature. But as you're going, that feels like a chill. Like it's starting to get colder.
Ooh, I wonder who that used to be.
It's just then I turn into a floating rubber duck. The whole rubber duck like turns around.
Quack.
And as you guys continue forward, you see the canyon around you. The color starts to slowly fade from that brown to a very, very light tan to almost a white, and then back up into a very soft ice blue. And you realize that the walls are now ice, and you guys are now walking in a glacier in a glacial canyon. That's the word. My brain was trying to say cavern.
Quack, 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 quack. And like subtitles appear below Barkley's duck form. And it says, careful everybody, we should move at half speed. We're in an ice level.
How do you
We don't
that?
actually have difficult terrain here, do we?
Quack, 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 quack,
Not
quack.
at the moment.
I don't know. Question mark?
But you do feel like the ground under you is like it's this transition between the sort of grainy sand and into the sort of tundra packed snow, and you're realizing that the further you go, it might start to turn to true ice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Quack, 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 quack. Hope there's no ice trolls here as I waddle.
Do you have subtitles right now?
Yes.
How did he do that? Simon, how did he do that?
I don't even need Arcana.
don't
I'm casting
know.
Minor Illusion.
Oh, I would need an Arcana check to see that then.
I don't think
I might
it's
know.
a cantrip, so.
I might know.
Okay, so how do
Oh
you...
yeah, I fucking know. It's just it's magic. It's magic. I thought he was doing something funny with the code, but no, it's just a cantrip.
Quack. Subtitle says quack.
It's a shame.
How do you mute someone?
It's
Quack, quack,
Asking
quack,
for a
quack,
friend.
quack. You cast silence.
you block bark, and all of a sudden there's just like a Barkley shaped static hole in the wall.
Quack,
The
quack, quack,
world.
quack. Wait, Simon, you know how to do code things. Is there a way of muting people? In subtitles?
There is not without magic, as far as you know, unless you are the one who created the world.
I mean, in my home server, I would have silenced you a minute ago, but no, I don't have those kind of privileges here, and I don't think anybody else has either.
And it just says rude.
You were there for a second. Why did I not send you guys here ages ago? This is the best day ever.
Because we had to get acquainted first.
I don't know if any of
That's
you
true.
played
You guys
Deltarune.
definitely would have rage quit if you guys had done this like a month ago. Just like, nope, fuck these guys. They're too weird. I'm leaving. Now you've built a connection. You guys are stuck with each other.
Sam is going to be very confused.
She's gonna be so fucking confused. As you guys are traveling, Simon, you notice a glint, and like there's not like true sunlight. There is like a sort of that vague overhead lighting. You see it glinting in the distance off of the caverns, off of the canyon walls. It looks like something glinting in the light from above, almost like metal, and it's like it's coming out of the walls.
Okay, he's going to put a hand to his temple and access his AEN headset camera and turn up the zoom all the way.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me. I'll say at advantage.
Okay. So perception modifier is 11 plus 18 makes it a 29.
Those are swords.
Those are swords.
Really big swords.
Are they animate? Are they standing on their own? Are they dancing? What are they doing?
They look like they're embedded in the walls, just like as if something froze them straight into the wall.
Okay, so
I don't know, but I think we may be coming upon the Sword Coast.
my walking animation when I'm a little rubber duck is just this. Like floating in the air, going like that. The duck. And it just like stops and turns around to look at you and goes, whack. And then you see subtitle, what? You guys need VR chat.
Yeah, we do. And
You think this is
we need
fun?
we need someone to
VR
we need
chat.
someone to build us rigs for this because I don't have any 3D modeling skill. More's the pity.
I'd be willing to learn to make Barkley for VR chat. Great.
Mr. Nice Guy on Twitter, we should look him up. Swords. The swords way the hell out there stuck in the canyon wall. Big ones.
The whole
What
the
else
whole,
do I notice
The whole
about them?
body of the rubber duck like tilts up.
I love this so much.
Looking at them, they look so like if you were in the material world, if you were in Radix, your first thought would be frost giants.
Okay.
Because the terrain, the big ass swords, but you don't see anything moving. And from where you are, at least, because you're still quite a distance away, because you saw them very far off, because your passive perception is pretty baller. You don't see any movement, and you don't see anything in the walls. Though, as you're sort of looking, you think you see something like embedded in there. You see like a silhouette. It's sort of the colors are hard to make out, but it definitely does not look humanoid. It does not look four-limbed and a head. It looks kind of just like a blob from here.
It's the mushroom.
Swell.
But you're still quite a distance away.
Okay. When I have the occasion to get closer, does it appear to be what, like some kind of eldritch abomination in ice, or more of a?
As you guys get closer,
I will ask. Can I try to flap my little plastic wing? Are we
what are you trying to do?
out of character question here? We take a form that normally is able to fly. Are we able to fly?
There's no mechanical benefits, just
Yeah.
Okay, so
it
would function like the disguise self.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure. All right.
Yeah.
The duck like hops, but nothing.
Yeah, potentially you could try it, but it'd be a really high check. As you sort of get closer, it looks like it's kind of hard to tell until you guys are maybe about, say, 90 feet away or so, because it looks like it's probably embedded in about like maybe 3 feet of ice. With these gigantic swords coming out, which are much longer than you expected. It looks like some kind of beast, like 4-limbed, long torso, and the swords are actually almost like a sort of antler horn thing that comes out and turns into these long blades that are piercing out of the cavern.
This is fine.
Quack. Edgy.
I don't know that kaiju.
Quack, quack. Unlike my new amazing curvy form. Quack.
The skin of this beast looks to be sort of gray and heavy hide, with like stripes on it, almost like a zebra, but they're jagged like lightning bolts.
Like what? Jagged like what?
Lightning bolts.
Ah,
Just in the shape of it.
cool.
It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Quack. Electrifying.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm remarking on this amazing thing and perhaps not going to engage with it because it looks very big and very pointy and does not look like somebody that could provide us with information about the whereabouts of the individual upon whom we are seeking information. But I will definitely take a picture for later because that is fascinating.
I mean, isn't that part of the map?
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it a terrain feature or is it actually alive under there?
You're not sure.
Oh, fascinating.
It's not moving.
Well, I guess a little sightseeing couldn't hurt. How
Right.
often do we really get to do this, anyways?
Quack.
Right.
No subtitles this time. The duck looks very enthusiastic.
Untranslated quack.
Oh no, it just has brackets and it says optimistic quacking.
I honestly, I kind of wish you'd stayed in the Grook skin because I speak Trog.
Quack? Frog? What is that? I don't speak that.
You don't speak Duck either.
Fair enough.
You're just making quacking sounds.
Oh god.
What are you doing?
Sorry, it's instead of quack, it's wah, wah. And it just says fair enough, ...
I'm letting everybody else put their 2 cents in about whether they want to go and check out this big animal on the ice or not.
The part of the canyon that you're in now is pretty wide. It's maybe about 30 feet wide. You have about the like 10 feet or so of distance between the blades without really having to duck under them or risk running into them.
Okay.
They're not necessarily like all pointed down towards you. These creatures are very big. I would say huge size. So like some of them are pointed down towards where you guys are, but a lot of them are just like pointed straight up, almost like trees sticking out of the ice far above your heads.
Quack, 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 quack. Looks nothing like the anarchist or anything connected to him. I think we should just keep.
Yeah.
As you sort of inspect a little closer, the face of the creature looks almost like a pig snout with like the flattened nose and tusks, but the tusks look to also be sort of bladed, sharp points of metal.
It's a claymore.
Quack?
I don't know. This looks awfully interesting, but it also looks very sharp and also not like trouble we kind of need. I don't know, folks. What do you think?
It's also a lot of ice to break to take it out, so.
Well, he looks to Crypto and Lyra, who have remained notably silent on all this.
I have no idea what to do. This place is weird. That thing is weird. That looks like it'd kill us pretty easily. You know, us being partially only having part of our health. I don't know. I don't know.
Quack. Says we can
Maybe
take
if
him.
maybe
We
if
don't need
find
to,
our
but
way
we can
back here
take him.
afterwards.
Barkley's got this. He can do it.
We just could look now. Do we really want to be the kind of people who come into a server and just start wrecking shit as soon as we show up?
Quack. No.
Sounds like a bad thing.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: it'll certainly get you disinvited from the nicer servers.
Simon, you would know that as long as if this beast is native, then attacking it would just kill it. But if it were programmed, then it could refresh when the creator prompts it to.
Would that native versus fabricated flag, I guess, would that show up under a scanner analysis? I lost your audio.
I will say if you do use your scanner thing, you can tell.
Okay. Well, sure, we can burn a code point for that. So y'all will see his glasses are going to flash, and that kind of red code fall that you see behind him there is going to appear for a moment in his eyes, and he'll make that determination.
That is a beast of coding.
Okay.
So if you were to destroy it, it could respawn. You're not entirely sure when or how, but it wouldn't be gone from the earth forever.
Oh.
What all does your scanning tell you? It
Well, it
doesn't
can
tell
only
you
tell
any
me
of the
one thing.
history of it, right?
No, it only tells me one thing at a time usually, and if it's up to word of God for whatever I get out of it, just let the dice fall where they may. It's whatever you feel like sharing with me at the time.
So you are fairly certain it is a piece of coding. It is a aspect of the terrain sort of thing. It would still hurt, but
Whoa.
Is it,
Whoa! Did anyone else just see that?
No, what?
Oh, maybe it was my computer lagging, but Katrina's animation just like slowed down and then sped way up.
That's probably my internet because Kevin's playing his game right now.
Yeah, but if nobody else saw it, then it might have been mine.
Is there any obstacle stopping us from being able to go around it?
You can pass right through them. It just there's that one. And then as you're looking, you see more of the blades. There are many of these creatures in this sort of canyon.
Okay.
That you would pass.
Are they all frozen, or are they like
they all
around?
seem frozen in the wall. As you guys sort of progress further, you see there is one. Most of them, as you're going further and further, they're progressively that there was like a 3 foot or so. I think I said it was 3 foot embedded in the ice. They're getting closer and closer to the wall, to the point where, as you're sort of going, yeah, that's a snout that's visible through the ice.
Okay, Simon. Yeah, you're experiencing these things. If we kill one of this stuff, I don't know a lot about video games, but do we get like loot or something?
I mean, it's
XP for killing it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's a data entity, so I would imagine there's some kind of a reward for it. It's kind of what they construct these things for.
Because I've seen this skin I want for my gun.
Are you getting an itchy trigger finger?
Yeah. I mean, if we see any alive.
I hate to advocate random indiscriminate violence, especially as therapy, but I don't know. It's always worked for me. I take that back.
Quack. As I quack, I get angry eyebrows, and in the beak, I'm holding a tiny little chef's knife. I continue.
Peace was never an option.
Oh, it's another duck.
As you guys sort of
I got a Rambo hit me.
Why does it feel like the universe wants us to murder hobo these things?
Quack.
I feel like we're just interpreting that. It's not what's actually happening. That's just my opinion.
Paranoia, perils of the job.
Yeah.
I just feel like we're going to find some guy with an exclamation point over the head that it's asking to kill 10 of those things.
Well, then we better not. Look, if you're right and we do come upon one of those kind of fellows in here that has one of them 20 bare asses kind of missions, you don't want to start collecting ahead of time because I guarantee you they're not going to count towards your total.
Quack, quack.
That's fair.
Bear butts? What kind of bear? Owl bear?
A figure of speech, Mark. Don't worry about it.
Quack. Okay.
What's a butt?
Quack, quack. Yeah. Quack. Okay, let's keep going. Now you just keep going.
Me.
By the way, it's like the angry eyebrows are just part of the mold of the rubber ducky. So he just always looks like he has angry eyebrows.
After a minute or two, I think Simon's probably going to get a little bored of just walking, and is going to start trying to play silly buggers with the blades projecting out of the walls, and start trying to do like parkour and shit around him, and like vaulting over flips and shit, just because it's fun. But no Naruto running.
Okay.
You're missing out.
As you pass that one that had the like just the snout sticking out, you pass another, and this one looks like it's more of the snout. And you can actually see on this height, it's actually got like thinly, like a thin layer of it, but this very coarse like black fur to it almost.
Oh.
And yeah, one of those noses just twitched.
Oh.
Like sniffing.
Oh, okay.
You realized it as you were sort of like parkouring over it, and you got like really close to the nose, and you're just like, okay, that's the thing when you land.
You're seeing the lyrics to an edgy song as just Rubber Lee just waddling forward, crawling in my skin, but it's quacking.
Quacking in my
No, in his mask, he's got headphones and he's listening to some taiko drumming.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Is that really intense?
As you guys proceed forward, you see that, or as you look forward, the sort of cavern had sort of been like twisting and turning. It looks like a pretty open run now, and you can see further ahead, more and more of these creatures are being revealed. And in this one, there's just like maybe about a half a foot or so of the front snout of this thing. And then, okay, yeah, that's the whole head. And that's a shoulder. And oh boy, that's a full leg sticking out. Not moving.
Do I think if I ran fast enough that I would be able to watch this thing melting in real time as I just flash past all these monsters?
Maybe.
Like a, I don't know what they call it, a zoetrope?
I mean, it looks like that's what it's leading towards. As you look further and further ahead, there's more and more of these creatures sticking out to the point where as you sort of like look far down and sort of like lean down, there is a point at the very far end of where your sight can reach where, okay, that is maybe a full beast in the center of the pathway there.
Oh,
Unmoving, but there.
well, then he's going to start slowing down and approaching a little more cautiously and making sure the rest of the party is with him.
What is it?
Well,
you guys can see this. Like they're very clearly more and more of these creatures is out of the ice and into the path that you guys are walking.
Oh God.
To the point where the one at the very end of your vision that you can see, Simon, that's pretty much like in the center of the thing, you're fairly certain by the size of those sword tusk things, the swords are going into the other side of the canyon, probably.
Yeesh. Well, does it look like we can avoid engaging with this thing? Like, Is there a way around it, or are we kind of just like?
They're not moving, and they're very big, but the canyon's like 30 feet or so wide, so you can sort of duck and go around them, but it's slow moving because there's more and more of them obscuring the path.
Eh.
They are starting to move.
They're not moving. It's as you're walking through here, it's as if these frozen beasts are just in the hallway.
Yeah.
You know, not moving, seemingly frozen in place, but definitely out of the ice at this point.
Quack. You hear me say, as all of a sudden my bandana turns blue, and I got a little mullet, I got like a little stealth armor, and I got an eye patch.
Oh my
I
god!
say, should we sneak? I think I said sneak. Should we sneak?
It might not be
Autocorrect, sorry.
bad idea.
We can try.
Quack.
Go for it.
Cardboard
Roll
box
your
appears
stealth.
over top of me. It's like a tiny cardboard box.
Oh my fuck!
A rubber box.
It's a rubber cardboard box.
I'm going to use my impossible to see Heisenberg dice for this roll. 18 stealth.
11.
I also got 18.
14.
Okay, Crypto.
8.
You got a rock.
I got, I got a rock. Fuck.
You guys start to like creep past these things. Actually, yeah. What's your marching order, as it were, here? Just out of curiosity.
Well, no,
First.
oh, I was about to say,
I
if no one's going to stop him, Barkley foolishly takes the lead.
I mean, I think Simon would probably want to at least keep pace with you so you don't accidentally kill yourself somehow.
Okay.
I'll go after them.
Okay.
Trizo goes
no.
next.
And I guess we're tagging along side by side or something like that. Do you want to go before or after?
Oh, we can hang out.
2, 1, then 2.
Okay.
We gotta keep the important one safe.
It's that schoolgirl uniform, man.
Yeah.
It's everybody's favorite. You have to do art of that, my man.
These creatures,
I really do.
these creatures don't have tentacles, so you should be fine.
Oh god.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I want there. All right, so
Don't do that again.
Trizo was not a fan of that joke either.
that's Teresa.
Yeah, that was Trizo.
Are you serious?
That's adorable.
How?
That was like a snore or something, right? Like a snort.
No, it was just a growl. He's growling at people outside.
That was-
He's right here, but it's like it's finally cooled off enough we can open the door and let the air in.
Oh.
It sounds.
But we have to put the baby gate so he doesn't run away.
It sounds like a doggy snore. Like sometimes when they're laying on their back, they breathe weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he does snore like that too when he sleeps. It's adorable.
Yeah. I would like to get a screen door because a baby gate would do absolutely jack and shit for my dog. He can jump straight up 4 feet. Anywho, as you guys are sort of creeping past, Crypto, you get to one of these beasts that you're sort of passing by, and this is the one that has like shoulders and one leg sticking out and into the path, and you're sort of like edging away from the face, and you hear as the helmet of this avatar that you have on scratches against the bottom of that sword, and one of the eyes twitches.
Oh man. I knew I should have stayed home.
What do you do? What are you guys doing? You guys all hear that.
That sound was unpleasant.
It was very unpleasant. It was metal on metal.
I'm just gonna
Suddenly, everybody's vision zooms in and the music changes.
just keep walking. Don't acknowledge it. Don't happen. Didn't happen.
You do actually hear
Quack.
the sound of the wind in this cavern start to pick up.
Very tiny, subtle subtitles pop up. they say, "Bring up your HUD. It will pause it so they won't attack."
You
Mom,
try
I
it,
can't
nothing
pause it.
happens.
Mom, I can't pause it. It's an online game.
Mom, I'm playing Minecraft.
Get out of my room.
Just duck down a little bit and just keep walking slowly. No sudden movements. Everything is fine. I'm not panicking. You're not panicking. Who's panicking? I think I'm panicking.
Calm down.
Daiyo, you see the beast that you were about to pass. This one has both legs out, and one is actually like mid movement. It's actually like above the ground as if it were frozen mid stride. Twitches.
Okay, they're starting to move. So we either start running forward, climb, or just kill them. I don't know.
How high up the valley between this stuff? I assume you said the walls are ice, though.
They are, yes.
Smooth ice or like jagged glacial?
Jagged glacial ice, but still ice. The cliff is probably about 70 feet or so up.
Okay, let's not climb it.
Quack.
What are you doing?
Do you want to dash?
And just the little duck goes flailing.
So you're running?
Yeah.
It's like,
Keep in mind, it's a rubber duck, so the wings aren't out or anything. It's just like shaking rapidly.
How tall did you say the canyon walls are?
70 feet.
70 feet, indeed. Well,
just for the sake of funniness, because I want to know what you guys are doing in what order, roll initiative, please.
I was in a rubber cardboard box, and like the top of it opened, and I'm
17.
Holy shit.
18.
Crypto is fucking out of here.
18.
21.
22.
Wow, everybody on it.
5.
And yeah, thanks, Lyra.
So Daiyo, you're the first to react. I will say that because Bark was the first one to actually do something, Bark takes off fucking running.
I'm 60 feet over there.
What are you doing, Daiyo?
Yeah, start running.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Bark.
Oh, I'm next.
You are next in initiative.
Yeah, I just got to double check. Action economy here. Okay, it is an action. I move 30 feet, and all of a sudden, the cast invisibility.
Oh, okay. Simon, you're up next. Bark had been right next to you, took off fucking running, and turned invisible, presumably. Or, vaporized. Something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably turned invisible. You've seen him do that before.
I changed my avatar to the environment. We should do that, like Dark Souls. That's literally a spell where you like turn yourself into some random part of the.
That's pretty cool. Simon, you're up next. What are you doing?
I'm gonna holler for everybody to move it, and he's gonna take off running as well. But he's gonna keep an eye out ahead of him to make sure that there's not anything gonna try and catch them out and like take a swing on them.
Okay. Crypto, you're up next. What are you doing?
So as a bonus action, I'm going to summon my shield gauntlet.
Okay.
Have that pop up and I guess start moving towards the rest of them.
Okay. As you take off running, you realize that the creature that you just passed, the one who had sort of twitched, you hear this colossal just shaking as the caverns around you crack as this creature starts to slowly claw its way out of the ice.
Do you guys see the Pokemon movie with the what was it, the turtles or Tortwigs or whatever they were?
Torteras?
Yeah, that one. Where just the whole mountainside is just
Aren't they the
No,
volcano?
but I've seen clips of it.
Are
I
they
haven't
the
actually
volcano
watched Detective
tortoises or
Pikachu
whatever?
yet.
no,
not
these are
Torkoal.
these are the grass starter from like Pearl and Diamond.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
kaiju sized, like what Turtwig grows into eventually.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You remember the oh, you
Humongous.
fucking saw it. The like island turtles. It's basically that, but they're on land. And they're indistinguishable from mountains until they move. But yeah, no, this is
Like that, but ice.
this creature ripping its way out of the ice. And there's this just colossal, horrible sound as the knives, the huge swords and it protruding from its skull, scrape against the glacier on the other side. That's what it's doing. It is still getting out. Lyra, your turn. What are you doing?
Please don't kill us. La, la.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I should waste a spell or not.
You're currently probably about, we'll say 20 feet away from this creature. Because you guys had just like passed it.
20 feet away from an elephant coming out of a glacier.
I polymorph myself into an actual duck and start flying away.
The fuck is the speed of a duck?
I don't know. That seems pretty foul.
No, I don't know. I don't. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna run.
I mean, a duck would be faster.
Oh, I think it.
And it can fly.
Wait, I don't have
But
stats for duck.
I can't fly that well. Yeah, I don't have. I can't find. I don't know the stats for this duck. So
I would just say that it has like the stats of a hawk.
All right.
With,
Well,
like, the
probably
swim speed
less
30.
efficient at. I'll say that it has the stats of a hawk. It still has a fly of 60. Has a swim speed of 30 though, but it's not as efficient in combat, so it's only got a +3 to hit.
I made a new creature stat for maybe otters called buoyancy. Gives advantage on athletic checks when it comes to when you're in the water. Maybe
Nice.
that as well. Because ducks are quite.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be useful.
all right. I'm committing to it. I'm polymorphing myself into a duck and going flying.
But is the ground ice?
Oh no.
The ground is ice.
Turn into a penguin and slide.
You can't fly. Penguins can't fly.
No, slide.
Slide.
On the
Slide.
ice. That's actually a great idea.
But the duck's my thing again.
It was on her mind. What does Lyra do?
She polymorphs into a duck and starts flying. That's it. That's
Okay.
Guys,
I believe so. Doing speeds here. Bark ran 60 and then 30. Daiyo just ran. Simon just ran. Crypto just ran, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Lyra, yeah, you're fucking 60 feet away because even though it takes your action, your movement is now 60.
fine.
Feathers just go everywhere. Just panic fly out of there.
Yeah.
There's a pistol sound and like a bird shaped cloud of dust and some feathers flying off of it.
Crypto pops up.
Yeah. So that's Lyra's turn. Daiyo, you are up. This creature is about 40 feet behind you, coming out of the wall. What are you doing?
How far?
It's about 40 feet behind you because it was actually no, it's 60 feet behind you. What am I talking about? My brain is stupid. Don't mind me.
Okay, then I will. Oh, great. Yeah, I will take my movement, still moving away from the creature, and then shoot.
Okay.
You pull like the Deadpool video game. He literally just puts the gun upside down behind his shoulder.
No, I'll be super anime and just slide backwards on my knees as I shoot.
Ah, nice.
I love it. Yes.
And since I got the sharpshooter feat, I don't get disadvantage, right? For the long range.
That sounds right.
Yeah, they do not have disadvantage on the second range.
Oh, that's right. You don't. You don't. I was confused for a second why you would have had disadvantage. I didn't realize the range increment.
Then I will also spend the sharpshooter thing to take out 5.
And do the extra 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So first attack, no, it's going to be a 10.
That misses. It actually, it sort of hits, but this creature is sort of thrashing around. And what are you shooting? What does it look like?
I mean, I'm just swinging my katana and it sends energy.
This blast of energy just deflects off of one of the sword horns and hits into the ice, and a little bit of it rains down onto the creature next to it.
I will take my second attack.
Go for it.
Okay, now. Okay, that's a 15.
That hits.
Oh.
It is very big.
Okay. So 26.
Nice.
Radiant.
Okay. This creature roars in pain and just shakes the entire area around you. You can see little tiny spider or hairline fractures in the ice around you as it just roars in angry pain.
Ugh.
Anything else you doing?
No.
Okay.
Look scared.
Mark, you're up. What are you doing?
But I'm invisible.
You're just running?
60 feet, yep.
Okay. Excuse me while I'm asked. Okay. Simon, you're up. What are you doing? You just heard what sounds like Daiyo shooting energy blasts and this creature roaring in pain.
Yeah. Well, that's not fun. Now you're gonna piss it off. Well, shit, I don't know. I'm gonna keep running and making sure that nobody falls behind.
Okay.
I don't particularly care to engage with this thing if we can absolutely avoid it, but this is how the shit seems to be going.
Crypto, you are up. What are you doing?
I'll look back to see if Lyra's okay, and then probably see her gone, then see a duck.
You look back and you're like, where the fuck did she? Is that a duck? That's a duck.
She probably almost hits your face as she's still like trying to elevate into the air.
Hit the ground. Oh my!
Duck.
Because it's funny and it's a virtual world, I can say you can talk in polymorph form because that's fucking hilarious.
Duck.
Was that a Pokemon or was it telling me what to do?
Duck.
Undecided if you can say things other than duck.
You can just see this like really old fat male cat, and he's just like, cat.
Moggy.
What are you doing, Crypto?
If Lyra's fine, then I'm gonna keep running.
Okay. Its turn. It's gonna try and get the rest of the fuck way out of this glacier thing.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. There is this sudden crack, this resounding crack, and you actually see straight up this above where this creature had been embedded. There had been like hairline fractures. There is now a gaping crevice that goes up to maybe about 6 or 7 feet wide up at the top as this creature comes barreling out of the thing and turns to look at the nearest person who well happens to be a duck who's what's your elevation?
She moved 60 feet though.
Yeah, but she hasn't gone yet, so she's 60 feet ahead.
But
But
that puts her in. That puts her even
Yeah.
with me and Crypto still.
Oh.
So.
No, you guys went before her, so she hasn't gone yet. Either way,
Yeah, but I've only moved 30 feet
it's-
and then another 30 feet. So she's only moved 60 feet. I've only moved 60 feet.
Same with Daiyo.
you've had 2 turns. She has not yet.
Right. She moved 60 feet the first turn. Yes? Yes?
Yeah, she has.
I moved 30 feet and then I moved.
Oh,
I
I didn't
understand.
realize you only moved 30.
Yeah, I didn't say I
I-
dashed.
All right, well,
I think
my bad.
I don't think Daiyo dashed either.
I was
No,
trying
I
to not
didn't.
leave
Not the
everybody
second time.
behind. Park.
Okay,
So I dashed.
yes.
I said I dashed the first time, but not the second.
Yes, so Lyra and Simon are 60 feet away and Daiyo is 90 feet. So it actually looks to Simon because Simon's on the ground and the duck is not. Also, the duck is a much smaller target. Let's see.
Pulls out its gun that shoots swords. How it's holding that gun, no one knows.
Oh, pulls out a sword that shoots gun.
Fuck.
Dio's like, I need that.
That shoots
Yeah.
dogs, that barks bees.
And it's
That
cleverly
just dragon
named
breath.
The gun sword. Everyone's like, oh, cool. It's
Okay.
like Final Fantasy. No.
So I have a funny thing. So it cannot reach you guys with its movement. It only has a 40-foot movement speed. However, it has a trampling thing, trampling charge, where if it moves 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits with a gore attack on the same turn, but it technically wouldn't get to make an attack
If it used a dash.
if it used a dash. So I'm going to say it can't do that, and it's going to use its movement to basically get in within. Actually, no. It's passing Simon and Lyra and actually just like body checking you guys out of the way and heading straight toward Daiyo.
Oh, hey, guess
and
what?
Excellent.
Opportunity attack.
You both can get an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Lyra,
You're
you
a
have
duck.
a +3 to hit and you deal 1 damage.
But okay.
Lay an
Does-
egg on it.
That's okay. So hang on. You're a duck. So unless you
What?
have the Warcaster feat, which allows you to cast spells as a
Destroy that.
Polymorph
thing.
specifies you cannot cast spells while in
It's
that.
broadcast. Don't worry about it.
Okay, but
Oh,
can I say that the duck has a dagger in its mouth?
It's funny. I'll allow it. You still have a +3 to hit, but you deal 1d4 damage. So you both can go ahead and roll your opportunity attacks. And Daiyo, there are big ass fucking swords about 10 feet away from your face.
Big ass fucking swords.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Big. Okay, I need to know where that hyphen went. Because that determines where the swords go.
Okay, another place. Don't go there. I got 2 in that corner now.
Alrighty then.
2 in that corner.
So we're starting hot tonight, guys.
Wait.
So nat 20 on my
Nice.
on my opportunity attack with the chain whip.
Are we doing the thing?
Yeah.
We're fucking
we're
doing the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fucking doing the thing.
This available in the DM's Guild.
Yay.
Alright.
All right.
Don't know if anyone-
Hundreds. Oh. Okay. Oh shit. That's a 9. That's not a 6. That's 99.
99?
That's 99.
Nice.
What'd you attack with again?
My chain whip, magical +1.
It is magic.
Yeah, I know. Tree.
All right. So because it's magical, if your attack was made with a spell or magic weapon, some of that magic goes awry in your favor. The magic holds the target in place, and it is restrained until your next.
Okay,
Till the beginning of your
well,
next
Holy
that
crap.
plays nicely with my Sentinel feat, which means his movement's now reduced to 0.
Well, he's restrained, so even more so.
Yeah, so he's extra fucked. So let me go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
What did the duck get to hit?
16.
You hit. Roll damage.
Trying to think of duck puns, and I can't think of any.
4.
Nice.
You did max dagger damage?
I did max dagger damage for the duck.
Wow.
I did max crit. I did two.
Oh my
I did.
God.
I did two. I did 2 6s.
So 12
So-
damage. Nice.
Yeah. No. Well, it's 2 6s
Uh,
plus 5, so it's 12. It's 17. It's 17.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
17 damage.
I-
And I would like to after image.
Okay.
I like to think of
Oh wait,
Lyra,
no, it's not my turn. It's a bonus action to do that. I
yeah.
can't. Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I like
about
to
it.
think of Lyra duck. Like the blade part of the dagger is completely in it, and the hilt is in its mouth, so you can't see that. So you just look like you're stuck on it.
I hope we need to clip that because that sequence of events is never happening again.
Simon just pulled the Star
Quack
Wars,
test.
the AT-AT where it wrap its legs.
Yeah, he did.
Does this server have special things for crits? Or like you
It
crit,
apparently does now.
crit,
Yeah.
and there's like little fireworks and
So-
like a red bold font. And it's like critical.
So
Yes.
what you're gonna see visually here is his hand kind of whips out to the side, and that energy whip like literally snakes out of his arm like fucking scorpion or whatever. And as the asterisk touches his foot, it immediately writes itself into a line of chain around the legs, and he causes him to go in like nose first into the ground, and he stumbles. He doesn't go prone, but he does stop him very effectively.
Yeah.
And
So, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and you see the code where it touched him, it starts leaving like little residual burn marks that are like sputtering with little flickers of code in it.
You actually see. So this creature comes charging at you, Daiyo, and both a duck that you're assuming is Lyra because the other duck was far ahead of you and is now invisible, and this one's an actual duck and not a squeaky toy. Stabs this beast in the eye with a dagger.
I love how I can hear all the
And then
question
all of a
marks.
sudden there is this thunderous roar as this creature just stumbles forward, and at first you're like, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. And you wince and you look down, and embedded into the ice about 5 feet ahead of you are both of these sword things. And you look, and where that energy whip that Simon had done is wrapped around this creature. You can see the bits of code sort of melding with the ice that's been kicked up, and these icy ethereal manacles just clasp around each of the limbs of this creature.
I love this place.
So that's its turn. And your
Probably.
reactions, Lyra, what do you want to do?
Oh, it's my turn.
Duck him up.
I'm gonna stab the guy in the eye again.
Do it. You have advantage because it's restrained.
Wow.
Oh, 19.
It's yes.
Oh, 1 damage.
It balances out.
Did you add your smod? Do you have a strength modifier?
No, it's one
She's
normal.
a duck. I'm being kind by giving her a dagger.
Wait,
It gives
daggers-
him a negative to hit.
Wait, daggers are finesse. What's her dex?
Yeah, your
+3.
dex is probably baller as a bird.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Kat.
Wait.
So that's an additional
Yeah, it's +3.
6 damage. If a duck kills this thing, I'm quitting. That's it. That's the best end this episode could come to, because like it doesn't get better than that.
The duck will become a hero, and there will be DuckTales.
So that was the duck's action. You have a potential bonus action maybe and a move. What are you doing?
I'm gonna fly above, just to see, just.
Are you, Lluis, are you on the floor again?
Stop killing him. We need him.
So you're flying up?
Yeah, I'm just flying up.
Okay.
To get into an opportunity to swan dive into this.
Oh fuck.
To duck dive into this.
Duck dive.
Wait a minute. Does this creature actually have that? Hang on.
Well, what have what?
This creature
Power
also has
dive.
duck dive.
Okay, no. Okay. I'm fucking up my additions. The 2E Hawk has a dive attack.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
That deals additional damage.
In fifth, you could just say, no opportunity attacks
Advantage.
as you fly by.
Yeah, like yeah, so that's the thing. Daiyo, you're up. There is a big ass, what did you call this? A clay boar, manacled in ice, half embedded in the ground about 5 feet in front of you. What are you gonna do?
I will slowly walk back my 30 feet,
Okay.
make my sword disappear,
Mm-hmm.
cast Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and shoot twice with my finger.
I love you so much, Lluis.
Camera's at a dynamic angle, like a little lower than you, and it's like guns like this.
Yeah, like-
You're just like,
Fuck it. All of you
my
have
finger.
an inspiration point. I love everything about this. You have one. You don't get double for those of you who had it.
Right.
it looks like today isn't all it was quacked up to be, huh?
Fuck you, Scotty.
You lose yours.
Roll your attacks, Lluis. You have advantage.
I was gonna be using my sharpshooter thing also, so
Go for it.
it will come in handy. Okay, that's a natural 20.
Okay, come on.
I mean,
I'm sorry, Teresa, I scared him.
I rolled with advantage, and one was a 20, and the other one was a 19.
Oh God.
This is never gonna happen again, so I will admire it for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Do you want me to roll damage first?
Wait,
or
wait,
the
wait,
second
wait,
attack?
wait. You said it was a natural 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was for the first attack. The second attack was that
Oh
19.
shit. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, but yes, but roll your D100 so you can do your crit
Oh.
thing.
This is beautiful.
1.
Wow.
99 and a 1.
How
Push
about
back,
that shit?
Push back 5 feet.
Poor thing.
Oh my God. Finger guns. Blam. The whole damn thing
What's so funny?
just goes.
Here's the sound effect. Wah.
No, I mean, it sounds just like if I said like boom, but I didn't move my mouth.
Can you like have like a lot of mouth movement and then just say bang?
Yeah.
Roll your damage. Remember to double it because it's a crit. All of the dice that you roll are doubled.
Oh, okay.
So
And
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark
Mark.
included.
Oh, Hunter's marking. Oh, okay.
Mm. God, that's tasty.
It's going to be a lot of damage potentially because it has a +10.
I got an artist rendition of Lyra fucking up the, the monster right there.
So it's
How dare you?
32 radiant damage.
Oh, my
Okay. Roll your damage for your second attack.
I mean, the attack. I have to roll the attack. Yeah. Right.
I thought you got a 19.
No, that was
No,
his
I mean it was
advantage on the
because
roll.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, okay.
This one is third. No, 13. Yeah.
That hits.
Oh.
It's got crap armor class. It is huge size, my man.
Yeah.
What kind of creature is it? Am I allowed to know?
This is called a clay boar.
It's a dino, right?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's like a monster hunter kind of critter, right? Like it's just a gigantic fuck off, almost a familiar creature.
You're not 100% sure what kind of creature it is, whether it be beast or monstrosity or.
Well, I was just thinking if someone was a certain duck, they were a bane of something, what would they be a bane? Would be beasts?
We'll say it's a beast, yeah.
Okay.
So what's your damage on your second attack, you?
11.
Okay. So how would you like to just annihilate this thing with fucking finger guns?
Oh my god!
Oh. That's a good question. It will
Duck you.
go the
Sorry.
Oh yeah, cliches. We have cliches. We have inspiration points. You can use a cliche.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, shit nuggets. I used to have these written down somewhere. Where did I put them?
I've been wanting to use these for forever.
Ah, fuck.
For the first time in forever.
Ah.
Let's see. Cliches. Page
Wow.
172 on
Wow.
Best Wave 2.
Wow.
What?
Wow. Whoever fucking changed the names.
Guilty.
That almost looks like a really bad word.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Hmm?
That'd be quite graphic if that was the case.
We just did that to him. Oh god.
I don't understand.
Our
Look
Zoom
at-
chat. Look at our Zoom chat name.
I just looked at Katrina's. That's amazing.
Yours was really subtle.
Duckborn. I just see Bane of not of.
Bane
I
of
can't see
Beasts.
the rest. Nice.
Cliches,
So-
right? There was the cool guys don't too cool for explosion. No, that's not it. One-liner. If you kill an enemy, you can give a quippy one-liner as they die. If the one-liner is good enough to GM's discretion, of course. You recover one hit die automatically.
I don't think any of you have taken any damage.
Nope.
no.
Fuck it.
Maybe
It's
just give him
cool
some
as
paper hit
shit.
points.
And this thing is at negative 21 hit points.
Oh.
So I will
Wow.
say you gain a hit die worth of temporary hit points. 'Cause if you spend your inspiration point for it.
Sure.
So that one's not moving. Yeah, you see the others.
Wait. There's one called Smoke. Sorry, another cliche. Because I know Daiyo smoke. Smoker's flick. You flick the stump of a smoking roll, cigarette butt, into a pile of flammable items or flammable oil to instantly start a fire. You cause an explosion. The explosion deals an additional damage dice of whatever weapon you reach, but it's fired.
Yeah, well, it's already dead.
Yeah, so maybe next time. It's a good one for her though.
So you guys sort of just watch in awe as Daiyo uses finger guns, and there's no energy. There is a sound of something moving, and there is a hole in this beast's head.
I will blow my. I mean, there's smoke from my fingertip, and I will.
There, that's
Good
the
catch.
one liner right
That was
there.
a good catch.
Yep.
Okay, I'm starting to like this thing.
You see that the other beasts had started to react to this chaos. And then as that creature falls, and it like actually falls with a crash that sort of like shakes the ground because this thing is huge, probably a couple ton. All of the others stop moving. What are you doing?
You hear in the distance.
Is that the sound of Bark fleeing for his life?
Yeah, he's a no. He's running.
How many dogs are here?
How many whats?
Ducks.
How many ducks?
Well, just one now.
Two.
The other one booked it.
Well, the other one's invisible, so you have no idea what he looks like right now.
The other one's invisible and probably about 200 feet away at least.
He
There's
ducked
sort of
off somewhere.
Echo
He ducked
or
off somewhere.
eco?
The other one is 210 feet away.
Wow.
And climbing.
Actually, 210 feet away from where you guys were. A little less than that from Daiyo, because Daiyo's been moving as well. But yeah, you guys are out of initiative now.
Simon's gonna straighten up and reel in his energy whip and kind of, adjust his coat a little bit and kind of look around at the
You
other
see
monsters in the
ice
glacier.
manacle things on this creature start to fade away.
Nice. And right then, to have no more of that nonsense. And he's gonna walk over to the corpse of the monster and he's gonna pull out a little knife he's got in his belt,
Mhm.
and he's going to experimentally poke at it like he can maybe harvest something out of it. Is there loot in this thing? Let's find out.
It should leave a chest behind or something.
I mean, you'd think after all that effort.
Roll a d20.
Yay! I love D20s. I rolled an 11.
Okay. So you poke it, and you're like, okay, that's a corpse. You poke it again, and all of the resistance vanishes, and you look down, and there is nothing. Shrapnel of ice everywhere. And that looks like the sort of tusked thing that it had coming out of its mouth. It's maybe about like short sword sized or large dagger, short sword, curved, and it looks a little blunted, but as you pick it up, you realize, oh, the tip of it is incredibly sharp.
Can I would like to try and pick it up. How does it feel if I swing it in my hand?
It feels like it would use the stats of a. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, I fucking called it. It would use it is effectively a short sword.
Mm-hmm.
It does piercing damage, but it does 1d8. So it has the finesse and weight of a short sword, but it deals 1d8 damage instead.
So is it a rapier?
The rapier with slashing damage, essentially.
Effectively, it feels kind of cool though. Like it might be a little bit more effective.
Oh, fascinating.
So write down claybore tusk.
Ooh. Okay.
In the chat, fucking great sword for a duck.
I mean, at their size, it'd be like a great sword. I mean, same damage.
I mean, I've already got a weapon that I'm partial to. Does anybody else want to try their hand with this thing? It looks very fun.
I'm fine.
Would you like to try this sword on for size, Ducky?
Quack. And I'm just joking. I don't know if I could use that, actually.
It's a short sword, so it's a simple weapon, right?
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Short swords are simples.
Are they?
I don't think so.
Think so.
Are they
I
not?
think they're martial.
Hmm.
Fuck it. You stabbed a fucking claybore in the face with it. You're proficient.
The handle looks like it's been crafted perfectly for a beak to hold on to it.
It's got like that flat part in the middle.
You know, like how some have like the groove for like fingers, but it's like for a beak.
And then
Oh my
specifically
God.
duck-shaped bill, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
A bill blade. It's a bill blade.
Oh yeah, that's tasty.
can't believe that Lyra's going into this as a duck. Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, short swords martial.
Yep.
Is it really?
Mhm.
Yep.
Weird. Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say if it had been a longsword, it would have been all over that shit.
So,
Well, okay then. So
What
you
you
get
guys
to write
doing?
down that. How do you spell that anyway?
Claybore or Billblade?
I meant
It's a
claybore.
Claybore bill blade.
Oh, so like
That's
like
actually a really
Claymore the
awesome
sword, but-
fantasy weapon name.
Yeah, it is. It's CLAYBOAR.
so there you go.
God, just imagine just a flock of ducks with those.
What are you
Wow.
doing at night in the park? Ducks, ducks.
You throw us the bread, but it is unhealthy for us. Give us the frozen peas, or suffer our wrath.
There are 12 ducks outside, and they all want sun chips. Ducks eat free at Subway.
Not sponsored by Subway.
Apologies to the estate of Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
what are you
Well,
guys
that was
doing?
exciting.
Sparkling's gone.
Yeah, we should probably go find whatever happened to Bog.
I will text Bark, like, we killed the thing. Can you come back? I mean, excuse me, can you call back?
You're invisible. You can't see your phone.
Oh no!
Oh, I mean, I'm only invisible for a minute.
That's fair. Do you run for a minute?
Well, yeah.
So you were
360
600
feet
feet away. Wait, is it?
Yeah, that'd be 600 if I dashed every round, which I would.
Yeah, 600.
Squeak, squeak, quack, quack.
You're a little too good at making it sound like just exactly like the sound effect. It's a little scary.
I've had practice. Anyway, so
Why?
Last
Because-
campaign, motherfucker.
last
All
campaign,
right.
I've done a lot of DMing. You got to do sound effects.
Oh, right.
Also, just being nerds in high school and being like, what happened if this happened? Then you try to act it out. But anyway, so
Wow. Wait, you had hold on. I got it. You had what if scenarios involving ducks that required you to okay.
no, just for sound effects or something. You're like, you're playing a video game. You're like, what happened if this happened to that? And then to add to the joke, I would try to pretend like it happened.
Oh, you would. Okay, I got you. That's fun.
Like a
Onward.
couple of nerds. Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
you get a text back. You're not sure how, but it just says K.
Quack. Quack with a K.
That's too long to type. You just type.
No, like KWAK.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He types K. Okay.
Quack.
Oh, I thought you meant Spanish for. Okay.
No, not quack with a K. Not quack with a K. It's quack.
What is happening?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard as well.
The letter K. What you get back?
Yeah, okay, we'll be right back.
Did you just go on commercial break there? What happened?
No.
It sounded like Lluis just wanted to go to commercial.
Oh,
Well,
God.
it's gonna take at least a minute. And that's if I sprint.
Do we need to roll initiative if ads show up in here?
No.
Okay.
Ads do not show up. They're not in this server.
Oh, thank
Because
God.
I don't feel like making them up.
I'm
They
gonna shoot them.
100% exist somewhere in the virtual world. Yeah.
How
You
long?
could make one of those like hot singles in your area, give it the stats of a succubus.
How long does Lyra stay as a duck? Is that an hour concentration?
It lasts an hour. So how long does Lyra want to stay a duck?
An hour. I wasted
Forever.
a spell slot on a duck. I'm staying a duck.
I mean, you're much faster and you have a lot more mobility. So you can actually see, if you want to, you can see above this canyon.
Yeah, I'll do that. I was just gonna hang out and have somebody carry me, but I'll do that.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
can perch on his
imagining you're
hat if
just,
you want
like,
to.
perched on somebody's hat, and then you're like, oh, fuck me. I spent a spell slot. I can fly.
Yeah, yeah, I spent so slot on this. Yeah, I'll fly.
For those at home, this is the kind of duck she specified.
Oh,
So I'm assuming it's the female one where it's all brown. I'm not with the
Spotty?
green head, right?
it's a mallard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of those.
So as you sort of fly up above this the edge of this icy glacier, you see a long expanse of a glacial tundra. It's a
Bless you.
Thank you.
plain of nothingness. It almost from the like sort of overcast light from above, the ice sort of glints it almost looks like water at first. Like you've seen you've seen pictures of salt lakes that are extremely narrow and they're so reflective it looks almost like a mirror. That's almost what it looks like. It's very disorienting and kind of absolutely beautiful. And in the distance, for a second, you thought you saw what looked like a tower, but then you blinked and it was gone. And then you blinked again and it's back.
Anybody else seeing that and then not
No.
seeing that?
Because you guys are in the canyon. She's the only one that can see it above the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that part. Ignore me.
Sorry, yeah. As you're sort of like flying around and watching this, you see that it's sort of blinking in and out, almost like it's phasing. As you sort of like focus in a little closer, it looks like it's a city of tall, sparkling white towers, illuminated by bright purple lights, and it's only there for a second at a time, and it's only by like really focusing and waiting to catch that, like almost like in a video where there's like those subliminal things. You have to really focus. You're starting to get what this place looks like. It is far in the distance, probably about a couple of hours away or so.
I shout down and tell everybody else that, hey, there's a tower, quack. It's really weird. It's blinking out and then
Quack? What?
quack.
So
No.
the tower is moving.
It doesn't seem to be moving. It seems almost like it's on like a cycle where like it's there and gone again. It doesn't change. It doesn't move. It literally looks like you're blinking, except when you blink, it's gone. It reminds you actually of a spell that you've seen before or heard of before, but it's happening much faster than that.
So I eventually show up like a minute or so later.
Keep in mind I'm a medium-sized rubber ducky.
Because I don't change
For
my
some
size
reason,
or anything.
I was picturing a small one. I think I did say that you can change your size, but like your physicality doesn't change. You're still as strong as you are. So
Okay, it's still
I said
like
it, you're
cat size ish.
Yeah.
So it's still bigger than an actual rubber duck.
So what are you guys doing?
Quack.
You can see Lyra, because you can see from above the glacier canyon. Sort of, it doesn't go directly towards it, but it sort of seems like it's meandering, sort of like in a curve, like the city's here, and it's sort of like curving around. It's hard to tell exactly how close the canyon gets to it, but it gets closer than you are now, at least.
I'll relay that information. Should we go towards it?
Quack. You're a duck now?
You come back and you see a duck, and it's talking, and it sounds like Lyra's voice, and she's the only one that's missing. So apparently Lyra's a duck now.
I like to think it somehow has her hair. Or like no.
Yeah, it definitely has long, like, blue hair.
just a regular fucking duck with blue pigtails.
Because every time I would use polymorph with Zebediah, no matter what form he was, it was always a big wizardy silver beard. Funny stuff. Okay, well, what? Quack? It's gone? What happened?
We killed it.
The rubber duck turns this way and then turns that way, and then it looks back at everybody and it goes, Quack? What happened to it? It was like the size of a barn.
Oh, you know.
We loot it. Yeah.
Quack. Oh, okay. Let's go. Turns around and waddles off. Quack. I got good news. I know at least the next quarter of my idol is clear.
Good.
I think that's around. No, the next 1/8 of a mile.
Something like that. I will say that you did at one point, there was that one in the far distance. You actually had to like slide under it, but it didn't react at all.
Wait, I had to slide under it?
Just looked like a
So
duck.
I just squeeze under it as a rubber duck. Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, you were running full tilt, man. I was gonna describe it, but you were super fucking gone, and everything was like, these things were gone. You killed it with finger guns, guys.
I do have proficiency in athletics, so I probably could have hopped over it pretty well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
So you guys are heading toward the city?
Yeah.
Do we have like a scanner or a radar that for like the professor for the thing we were looking for, or is that just the thing he was talking about with the heart and his face would just show up out of the blue?
That was something on our phone, right?
Yeah, it was on Lyra's phone, but I will say that she could share it with the rest of you guys.
Oh, okay.
And you said
effectively it is a program in an email that you can share.
You said our phone turns into whatever would be appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the rubber duck just suddenly it gets like tall, spiky hair with a giant widow's peak, and it has a like an earmuff on this side, and it turns to like a one glass lens. So it like pulls up the application.
It's over 1,000.
I keep waddling along.
You all saw the tutorial thing of what it would look like when you found that signal that you're looking for, where the anarchist signal. Quackly, you're in the lead because of course you are.
Quack! Everyone follow the butt. That's what ducks do, right? In a line.
You do not see that blip of like that signal you're looking for. You do see another like a symbol that you don't recognize though. It looks to be a purple star.
Quack. You guys seen this?
If you look at your phones and pull up the program, that you are seeing that. Lyra, that's pretty much the direction of where that city is.
Let's go.
Quack quack. Okay.
Am I still a duck? Has it been an hour?
Oh, I am big enough. Do you want to like roost on my back as a rubber ducky?
That is
Wow.
so adorable. I cannot wait until Aya watches this because there are going to be so many amazing fucking bonkers sketches that don't make any sense.
Meanwhile, Hertz is like her own generator and she's been rolling it in her grave indefinitely.
Yes, she has been. Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know from the previous campaign, Hertz had a huge phobia for rubber duck.
Remind me, did any of you have anything like proficiency with computers or
What would that translate to?
It would be a tool.
Like
I think
Tinker's
I
tool?
mentioned it in the player's guide like a billion years ago. But I will say that anybody who is proficient can make a investigation check.
I'm proficient with the Futurama Holofer instrument. That's pretty much it. Totally forgot I was
I don't think
proficient.
I have your tools listed on here, unfortunately. Oh no, I have some of you. One, apparently.
Quack quack quack. Quack 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 quack. That's what you're hearing from Quackly as we waddle.
Okay. You guys travel for probably about another maybe about 45 minutes or so. And you actually see in the distance, Simon and Daiyo, you guys see at first a sort of purple glow in the glacier wall. As you get a little closer, you realize that it is in the shape of a doorway, and you realize it is an actual doorway. It looks like a tunnel carved straight through the ice, and when you sort of like peek in from a distance, you see that it curves actually, and I had said that the city was here and the canyon curves around. It curves even steeper, and it looks like it's going closer to the city. And all throughout this tunnel that's carved into the ice, there are very dim, like glowing, but not to the point where it would hurt your eyes because you're going from complete darkness. Very dim round lights throughout it, like literally like a line of light around the circumference of the tunnel, paced throughout.
So we should go through that, right?
Barkley is early waddling towards it.
Okay.
Simon will go ahead and proceed through as well. He doesn't seem particularly perturbed by this.
I guess Lyra's going too since she's on his back.
Also, I missed it for a second there. I heard something about if anyone's proficient, they can use investigation. I missed what the first part of that was because he is.
You guys had pulled out that program on your phone that had that sort of tracker that was tracking that signal that you guys are following that the anarchist was using. You don't see the symbol, like the symbol that was for the anarchist was a bright green dot. This one is a purple star that is unmoving. And according to Lyra, it is about in the same situation of where the city would be. You can go ahead and roll your investigation. I believe both Daiyo and Simon are proficient.
Yes. Okay, so that'll be a 23. No, investigation is 13 bonus, so it's 24.
Jesus. You're fairly certain that is the professor's symbol or the programmer's symbol for a safe spot. You remember him mentioning that there are cities within the virtual world, and apparently he has designated this one as an actual city that is as safe as any city would be. It is a settlement.
Oh, I thought you said a safe spot.
Safe spot.
Cool.
It's not wilderness.
Playfully quacking in a rubber ducky form, you feel determined.
Yes.
As you guys proceed through the tunnel, about halfway through, in one of those between those two bands of light, there is a sort of like rotating screen almost with purple text that says "Welcome to Space City."
I wonder why they call it that.
Quack probably won't be here long.
That's a joke. I know.
Wow.
And as you guys continue forward, you guys come out. It's probably been at this point about like 55 minutes or so. So you got maybe about 5 minutes left on that duck form, Lyra. And you come out into a bustling city. There are white, tall towers, and all like illuminating it seemingly from, you can't see like a source of it. There is this soft like purple lavender sort of glow to the city bouncing off of this white marble structures. It looks almost I'm trying to remember the name of the city in Lord of the Rings where Aragorn rules.
Gondor?
Rivendell?
Yes, very
Gondor.
very Gondor feel, like the huge spires just absolutely glistening white and beautiful. And there are people walking around. There's a razor rye on a phone in jeans and a t-shirt, sort of as you walk by, just raises a hand to wave and continues on. It's bustling. There are people wandering around. You're pretty sure that is working as a horse, but it's definitely not a horse. It's this array of jewel tones. It's got 4 legs, but the head is sort of shaped more like a wolf, and it has like a giraffe's little stubby things, little amethyst crystals sticking out of the top of its head. And the fur goes from sort of like a emerald green at the feet up to a bright purple amethyst sort of color that shimmers. And it is hauling a cart.
It's beautiful, and I want one.
Wow.
There is a Wunari that's sort of just leading it by like almost like it's a harness, but it almost looks like velvet ribbon rather than leather.
Do they look like they can defrag things?
The creature?
The
The
Wunari.
Wunari.
You don't know.
Okay.
It's a Wunari. He's wearing like black pants and a white shirt, and is.
I
just
think this was mostly a
working.
shot at our predilection for our people to make De-Fraggers out of Wunari.
It's also because it's literally. I always have Wunari on the mic. Fucking Lluis, you've made me into like a furry. They're always on my brain whenever I think of Retroverse, just because my first character was a Wunari.
Lluis didn't
Really
make you
cool.
into a furry. He just let you discover that about yourself.
A lot of people tell me that.
I would take that as a compliment.
That's
no, I
definitely a
take it.
compliment.
I take it very well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're responsible for that many awakenings, that's like that's something
Yeah.
to be proud of. Pretty sure you
You're
get like
welcome,
a merit
world.
badge. Hey.
So looking around the city, you can tell that the tech looks about as advanced as Neo Radami, which almost seemingly more. You see holograms fucking everywhere. Every one of these buildings, like right next to the door, instead of having a sign, is a little hologram depicting what's inside. Like the one seems to be a restaurant, and it has, instead of a sign, it has a holographic menu showing various dishes with little names above them. The other one looks to be a clothing store that has the newest fashions popping up, and they are completely different than what you're used to, and a little bit similar to what Lyra was wearing when you guys first showed up.
Cool. Oh, is that where you found your dress? Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining a little touch of one of those dresses.
Well, now we've got to see that. So,
yeah.
Callie,
So
I guess that was you.
you guys are in a massive city. It doesn't seem to be as big as Neo-Redemy, but it is a bustling city. What do you guys want to do?
As we're just standing there in awe for like the first like introduction, camera pan showing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like to think just
Lyra's no
coincidentally,
longer a duck.
that's when Lyra, that's when her spells wears off. I'm just like, whoa.
Oh, sorry.
So Simon is going to raise one hand and kind of like...
Yeah, because your size actually changes.
Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, Simon's going to raise a hand and kind of like make a sweeping motion. And like from that, his AEN is going to project out a bunch of like holographic panel screens. So like think Tony Stark style UI, right? When he's in the house. And so he's going to start looking up information on, the local culture and the name of the place and any place that's good to eat around here and, other little tidbits and fun facts for tourists.
Are people actually living in here? This like actual people, because they have clothes stores and food stores? Because we're in here virtually, kind of.
There are people here that live in top pods. They never come out of virtual space. They just put their meat away somewhere and live out their lives here.
Whack wording.
Wow.
Whack. I'm going to go see if there's any sports ball stream. And I waddle off towards one of the cafes.
So, looking at your screens, Simon, you can see that it is a thriving city. You can tell that the population is maybe about like an eighth of what Neo-Redemy is. It's a significantly smaller city, but you can also tell the number has like the recorded number of citizens, and then it mentions that the deviation of who's in and out is incredibly massive. You assume because some people don't genuinely live here, they live here in virtual form. But there are definitely citizens that came through a gate and live in physical body here, and if they were to die in the city, they would die in real life. There are anything that you could want from a city exists here. Correctly, there is a
I'm liking that name the more times it's said. I don't know why.
It rolls off the tongue so well. It really does.
Disappointed when he has to log out.
I know. He just changes his
feathers will be all rustled.
What is that? What were you calling it? Not Twitter.
His fro is going to change from that to like big bird.
Meeper.
Your Meeper name changes to that. No one understands why. There's like a billion fan theories, none of which make any sense. All of which somehow are more normal sounding than what it actually is.
Since no one would recognize me here, and I think about it, I go quack, and I turn into the same size rubber ducky, but the rubber ducky's wearing a shirt that says Barkley #1 fan. Since no one will recognize him.
I mean, it's true though. Like, where's the lie?
Well, yeah, it actually is.
It really is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You do find a bar that's sort of peeking in. You do see a basketball game playing. This is like your birthday though. Those aren't basketballs. Those are holographic basketballs.
Ooh.
Basketballs? Sorry, I'm just hollow balls. Okay. Now it's wording on
Should've
my
seen that
part that
coming.
was bad. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
like
the
you
basketballs,
can
all
tell
that stuff, okay.
either everybody who is on the team is using some form of magic, or they're all Holoknights.
Okay. A wing at the elbow of the wing leans onto the bar. And the feathers go like this, trying to get the bartender over.
Okay. It is a Aarakocra.
Ooh, okay.
Wearing like a short navy dress, sort of comes over. So what can I get you? We have soda, we have multiple, pretty much any kind of alcoholic beverage you would like. And you look like what again now?
I'm literally just like a medium-sized rubber duck that has a white t-shirt on it. It says like #1 Park.
We have juice, we have milk. Are you vocal, sir? Do you need a translator?
Quack. Subtitles come up. Nope.
Would you like a drink?
Quack. Give me one of your strongest.
Okay.
Oh boy. Rubber ducky gonna be
it is-
blitzed out of his mind.
It is a
Or
gold.
more like a rubber drunkie.
Oh,
I will say it is a gold, and you can transfer credits in here pretty much the same way that you do with your phone, with your electronics.
I like to think the second you touch the item, it just automatically takes it out.
Pretty much, yeah. She hands you a bright neon pink drink that's faintly glowing, and it is a shot. You don't look like you have hands.
Yeah, it just floats up.
Okay. All right. You're the most interesting avatar I've seen today. Have a good day, sir. Roll a con save.
Quack. You too.
Crack you too.
Literal like letter U, #2.
God damn you.
Con save, right?
Uh-huh.
9.
You are blitzed.
I told you.
You don't
Yeah.
remember this bar being pink when you walked in, but it definitely is now.
Yeah, and
And you're pretty sure that hollow ball has a face and it's winking at you.
Yeah, so I'm only resistant to poison damage, not poison.
You are considered poison. And you are effectively tripping balls. Like, this place is a little trippy as it is, considering avatars can look like fucking anything.
Okay.
Things don't stay the same. You're effectively hallucinating.
Speaking of that, you guys find me, you look down, and I look like a, I think it's Dali painting. They're like all melted.
Where
But I'm just
melting?
like, I'm just like
yes.
a puddle with like a little duck face in it.
Are you a duck pond?
I'm a duck pond. Yes, I'm a duck pond.
Oh, I'll have what he's having.
Oh,
God save!
I'm actually really good at those. Do I suffer a penalty this place? Because you did say that there was some con shenanigans happening.
You do not.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Well, 13.
You are poisoned.
No,
You're-
no, sorry. I applied proficiency to the con saves. So it's 17. So 17.
You are poisoned.
I'm still poisoned. Wow, these are strong fucking drinks.
This is the strongest in the
He
house.
asked for the strongest thing, and you guys are literally in a plane that can do fucking anything.
Ooh, doggies. Y'all gotta come in here. Look at
You're
this.
pretty
It's a
sure-
bottle.
You're pretty sure that Aarakocra, she had like a sort of like soft tawny feathers.
Oh,
They
Erica.
just turned peacock colored.
Is her name Erica?
Her name is not Erica. You didn't ask.
You all hear
Erica Kokra?
No. God damn it.
you all hear a noise I can't actually make. Maybe like a it's like some really weird distorted quack. And in the subtitles, it just brackets, it just says drunken quack.
Oh. My
Oh yeah, no. It sounds like if the quack was like in a balloon and the balloon deflated. So it's like, where?
Oh wow, that's outstanding.
Oh,
Y'all gotta try Daiyo. Daiyo, you gotta try this. This is delightful. Come on, shoot it. The whole thing, all at once. Shoot it. No? Okay.
Are we supposed to be doing something? I mean, if we weren't going to do something and we were just gonna chill out for a while, I guess I would try it. But I thought we were gonna do something.
Quack,
I mean-
quack. And it's like mixed uppercase, lowercases in the subtitles. And the subtitles are waving like this. And it says, you right. Let's go. And like the puddle moves out of the bar.
Oh no. I don't think
It just occurred to me again. Simon and Bark are the only two that are drunk out of their minds.
yeah.
Y'all boring. But you're pretty fucking impressive with those finger guns.
Thank you.
And I've never seen a dagger handled so deftly by a Bill before in my entire life. And Crypto, good job.
I'm not great at making sense of things, but shouldn't we be doing our job here?
Yes, let's go.
Quack, quack. And you just hear him
As
say,
you're
like,
saying
"Is
something
everything
about
taller?"
the finger guns, you hear a weird croaking sound and sort of lean over, and there is a trog like actually sitting on the bar, feet kicking, and he sort of giggles. Wait, finger guns thing was you in the schoolgirl outfit?
Ah, Trog!
Yes.
And he's gonna start chatting up the Trog in Trog. Because he's
He
beat
took- He
Trog.
talks your ear off. He is absolutely thrilled. They saw what you did, apparently, or at least this guy did. Apparently,
I also have my streaming glass. So we get two perspectives. Well, no, not for me. I'm running away.
No.
you're-
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you just got a very cool like Starfield view of each other.
You got Blair Witch Project from
Actually,
mine, where you just hear like,
You know the thing where Simon was talking about the if I run fast enough, do I see a zoetrope? That's what Bark saw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's watching them speed melt and frame by frame.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Barkley Cavern speedrun.
Mm-hmm.
Clip
He
that
says,
on
yeah,
Twitch.
no, that,
First
that place
first
is,
try.
First try.
that place is it was made by some, I don't know, some wizard ages ago. Who gives a shit? It's great. I love that place. It's definitely kicked my ass like a lot of times.
I
I
mean,
died there like four times. You're pretty
Ow.
sure it's more. It's great. You guys were amazing. Did you know there are video cameras in the thing's eyes? great.
yeah. CC, it's the key there. You have to crowd control the thing and push it back. And
No, it was great. Like, oh my god. And you realize, Daiyo, it's a little bit more disconcerting for you because he is slipping both in and out of common and trog indeterminately. So you're getting half of the conversation because this guy is apparently also drunk.
wow.
I can only imagine what that must sound like for me trying to keep up with both languages at the same time. And intoxicated.
Uh-huh.
I probably am doing the same thing, like
Are-
talking to him, slipping into Trog from Common and back again, and just like
Mhm.
it
Are there-
sounds like you're trying to speak with a really bad case of gas.
Are there like 3 trogs? And they're just like, mud.
Mhm.
Guy.
You're pretty sure when you first walked over, he was like a sort of like dark green with darker green spots. Yeah, they're shifting colors now. They're going from like a green to a purple to a
Ah.
pink.
Ooh, I didn't know y'all could do that.
Do what? Oh, you got the neon pink, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's
It's
good
fun.
stuff. It'll fuck you up.
I know.
I lost like 3 days to that stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't
She doesn't
worry, I'll be
advertise it a lot.
fine.
She doesn't advertise it a lot. But the Eric Hooker chick, yeah, if you pay her 5 gold, she can make it go away for a while.
Why would I want that?
I'm just saying. I mean, your puddle seemed like he had something to do.
You look over and the puddle's neon pink.
Slowly trying to navigate his way out of the bar without getting stepped on.
If there's
Except
any
you're drunk out of your
obstacles
mind.
at all,
You're drunk out
I'm
of your
hitting
mind.
every single one of them.
So you're like trying to avoid getting stepped on and getting stepped on by like 4 people.
Do you know if this feels honestly the most like a Futurama episode?
Quack,
Oh, I love this.
quack, 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 quack. All right. Okay, so when he eventually slithers, I guess, out the bar.
Flows.
What does Blitzly see? Like, what's the
you sort
closest
of like
person?
flow out of. Can you not? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing out there, son. It's okay.
He spotted a sentient puddle. He got work.
Yeah, apparently. You sort of like flow out and you're like looking down the stairs, and as you're like looking down the stairs out, fuck it, you're ground level, you see a shoe. Oh, and it's stepping on you. Oh, and you look up. Are you hallucinating? Or is that somebody that has an avatar that's Sammi? Or is that Sammi? And we're gonna end there.
God dang it.
Why did Sammi step on him?
I mean, I imagine she probably would if you asked her to. Some people pay good money for that.
Son,
For what it's worth,
just another one in the corner.
one, I don't think
get
her passive
away.
perception is that high, and two, even if she tried to avoid him, Bark probably boobied into her because he's drunk out of his mind.
Oh boy.
Last time I got drunk, I turned into a pile of bones.
You did, yeah.
And now you're a pile of nothing, of anything but, honestly. You're the most boneless you've ever been.
So we'll pick up with you guys in Phase City, reuniting with Sammi. Is Sammi?
Sammi.
Oh, that's the ship that never sailed.
Oh boy.
I'm really
Yikes.
tired, guys. Apparently, I'm getting contact drunk because I've laughed so hard tonight. I'm oxygen deprived.
Oh man.
Oh,
That's funny
God.
too, because you're getting contact drunk off of our characters, because I'm sober
Yeah.
as a judge right now.
Sober as a
was the pity?
judge.
Yeah, that's an old.
Yeah,
it might be just be a southernism.
It
but-
is. I'm just trying to think of Simon as a judge. I'm just like,
I mean, if he were sober in himself, it would probably work a lot
Well-
easier because he's got that severe kind of like glasses kind
okay,
of look.
correction. Judge from Judge Dredd.
Oh, that judge? No.
I'm just imagining Simon as one of those, and I'm like,
Yeah, no, no. I get you. No.
Yeah, so we'll pick up there while you guys explore Phase City and tell Sammi about your epic battle with the clay boar, and determine where you guys want to go from here, and how you can continue to track down the anarchists' signal.
Whoa.
welcome to the Phase City, where the grass is green and the drinks are pretty.
Mm-hmm.
There is no real grass that you've seen.
They're
But that's mostly
hallucinating.
because you guys are in the main city and there aren't a ton of grass and you guys haven't gone very far. You basically saw like 2 stores and then a bar, and that's pretty much where you guys spent. You guys are aware it's been about 15 minutes. Blitzly and Simon Skullfucked, you have
Oh,
no
God.
idea how long it's been.
I was waiting to see how long it would take for somebody to notice that.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for Aya to see this episode.
I think we need to have her do a reaction, like just like film a
Yeah.
reaction video to watching this.
Yes, like she needs to live tweet it.
Something.
Yeah. So, any plugs?
Oh god. Sunday
Yeah.
morning, this channel, we have our Water Deep game. Are we having that this week?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So 11
Hey.
Eastern, 10 Central?
Yes.
Other
No,
way
we-
around. Wait,
No, it's 10
Is it-
Eastern. 10 Eastern.
10
Is it
Eastern.
10? Oh, we went back down an hour. Okay, so 10-9 Central.
Maybe fighting a white dragon. We'll see.
We
Maybe.
have Rings of Winter inside of us.
Oh fuck! I forgot that.
Well, someone was really smart, and they destroyed the magic artifact. Then it exploded and went, and the party members absorbed it.
So now we all have like extremists, but it's ice, so it's like extreme ice.
Well, I mean, we were willing to sacrifice for love. I think we're fine.
Oh.
For the players, yeah, you remember that guy with the 10 passive perception? Guess what his wisdom is? Guess who did it? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the guy
Guess what
named
my wisdom
Patience.
is a giant ape.
It's actually
That-
higher than your intelligence. Your intelligence was fucking 7.
That's the best thing is he didn't know what it was going to do, but he knew he should have known better.
But yeah, some of that crazy shenanigans Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, we have fun.
Callie, you got anything?
Sunday evening at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, Dungeon Academy. We're finally at a sigil.
On what channel?
Power Score RPG. We're probably going to do the Avernus thing. Hopefully.
Ooh.
Hopefully. Maybe.
Aren't you down to like you have 6 of the 7 pieces?
Yeah, I think the 6th one is in Avernus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lluis, you got anything?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter or check out my Patreon. You may find out you're a furry or that you're into mushrooms. I don't know.
It wasn't me this time. It was someone else.
You know
when
what?
you were drinking.
Hey, don't look at me about the mushrooms either. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
It's like it's Simon. Simon got a reputation for like the one incident, you know.
I don't remember mushroom porn.
Oh,
I
it's on
just-
his Twitter. It's actually if you look in the in
I
Seth,
haven't been on your Twitter in a while, apparently. Oh my god, I just looked at my notifications. Jesus Christ.
Instead, it's like the Terminator theme, but instead of the normal beat, it's
Holy
the
crap.
sound of a phone notification. It's just like ding 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 ding
Yeah,
ding ding
that.
ding ding.
That.
Wow. I mean, I just tweeted the mushroom just before starting the streaming, so.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
she's really
explain
pretty.
it, yeah. I was
really
I
pretty.
was sleeping 5 minutes before the stream.
you should
Um,
definitely check out the not safe art chat. He's
boy.
got a sketch up. It's really
Reese, you got anything?
No, not yet. Though I kind of have plans, but I just need the motivation to do stuff.
amen.
Yeah. Someday.
Follow him on Twitter. Presumably he will update us when he gets whatever that thing is that's exciting and interesting.
Yep.
Upgoing. Scotty, what you got?
Well, I believe Lluis has a Patreon, so if you wanted to see what was under the cap of the mushroom, that is where you go. I haven't seen his picture yet.
Ooh.
I'm just assuming. And tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Power Score RPG's channel, we'll be continuing the Acquisitions Incorporated campaign, where I play Chris Crash, a little tiny kobold sorcerer. And I think we were just heading to a lighthouse, and we totally stole a ship from a bunch of pirates. That should be fun. And then later that night, we have, for the first time in ever, Tranquil C will be back. So Tranquil C
I'm so excited.
will be on this channel.
It's tomorrow. I
Tomorrow
forgot.
at 7 p.m. The group last time was dealing with a sea dragon. So we'll see where that leads. You just immediately shut down. You were just like, Epiphany, I hate you.
Yeah, I'm so excited to play Dagger and see Aasimar, Varth, and Barrett again. Oh, I miss those guys. Yeah, so that's exciting. And
I was just gonna say that was everything. I'm pretty sure that's everything for me.
check back next Friday. Are we doing corruption next Friday, or are we missing because of stuff?
I think it'd be safe to say we're not doing corruption.
Okay. So in 2 weeks, we'll see you on a Friday, figuring out what the hell's gonna happen here. Yeah. That's all I've got. Have a good night, everybody. I am tired and I've laughed a lot.
Time to get blitzed tonight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.